No. I can't hear myself. I can't hear Sudo.
I can hear Helix.
Okay. Yeah, I hear myself.
Yep, I hear Helix now.
I don't hear Sudo.
Nope, I'm not important though, so we can just chill like this.
No. I can't commentate the whole run.
That's
I
fine.
literally cannot commentate the whole run. I have to go.
Literally. Well, just hand your headset to someone.
Yeah, there you go. What'd you want?
Oh, do I need the yellow one then? Okay. Okay, cool. I get
I'm saying some words. Game audio is very loud in my ears. Game audio is very loud in my ears.
Cool. I'll go to a quieter section.
Oh, I think I just heard you through my headphones.
Sweet.
I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I can't hear myself yet though.
Okay, no. Never mind. I didn't hear you.
You're crazy. Wow.
Hi, Tungsten. He can't hear me, but hi, Tungsten.
Hello.
I would bring chat up, but I want to bring chat up anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't type.
I mean, well, I could type.
Space is my timer.
Oh, never mind. No, I can't type. Okay.
Yeah.
I will not do that.
Oh god.
It's fine. I can bring chat up on my phone.
Scrolly scroll.
We have technology.
We have the technology.
Ugh, I'm getting an ad for KFC $5 Phillips.
Oh my god, best thing ever.
Shout out to all the fast food restaurants being closed on Sundays.
Yeah. What is up with that? Hey,
It's making me angry.
good thing we didn't go at least. We
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have been back
Yeah,
yet.
you're right. This is actually a good thing.
Alright.
Wait, can they hear us?
You? Chat, can you hear us?
Has Chad been able to hear us this whole time?
Type Kappa if you can hear us.
Chad has been able to hear us this whole time. I didn't know our mics were live.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks to the audio, so we can only mix the audio.
Okay.
Well,
Hi, chat.
Hi, everyone. Hope all is well with
I
you.
don't need to bring chat up on my phone now. I can just talk to you.
Nice. Yep, we're just finishing up some setup, and then we'll be all set.
Yep.
DJ, yo.
We are going about an hour earlier than planned.
Yep.
So, which is sick. That means I can stay longer. Actually, while we're waiting, I'm going to read some donations since this is a good time. SexRex, have you read your donation yet? I will read it for you. SexRex, I wonder who that could be, donates $30.
Watch this.
I've never played Mega Man 2, so I'm just going to assume what I just watched was a 100% accurate port. Cheers to a fun weekend. Let's finish it off strong this afternoon. So what he was referencing was the run that just happened, the Mega Man 2 Atari demake by my own Mike. If you missed that, we'll have VODs. And then Roma donates $5. Roma from the French Restream, of course. Simply saying Roma the best with 4 exclamation marks. Roma wants to make sure that we know that.
Running Battletell, yeah. This is actually an all gold symbols run. I heard we're ahead, so I'm switching my run to a 19-hour run. Hope that's okay.
I'm never going to get to sleep. Oh, God.
The demake was cool. Definitely check out the VOD for that one.
It's all right. We have VODs. If you missed anything, if you missed, okay. Hello, Socks.
Hello.
One of the runs that probably flew under the radar was the Just Shapes and Beats run by Time Muffin. If you missed that, Time Muffin actually got world record in that run. So when the VOD is up, you want to see that.
Nice. Yeah, I think, hi Rachel, by the way. You mentioned like easy PB. Honestly, my PB is so free. I've only really done marathon runs, and all of them have been really bad luck and bad execution. And I've practiced a lot, so we'll see. My PB on speedruns.com is wrong. My real PB is like 2:58 something. And you know when a speedrunner doesn't know their PB, they're not happy with it. So. Alright, so
I don't know. I couldn't tell you my PB in half my games, but some of them I'm pretty happy with.
Darn, if I don't get the Abra, it can't be a real PB. Oh, no.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, we have to really try hard this.
It's okay. I'll call for serious time.
We got this.
I got you. So while we're waiting, let me show off this wonderful mudkip. Sorry, this wonderful Lapras.
While we're kind of prepping, I guess I can kind of talk about some of the general things of the run. So at the start here, there will be an RNG manip, and the reason why I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about this is because it's different from Gen 1 and 2. A lot of people might know about Gen 1 and 2. They're kind of a more widely ran category. So let me just explain how RNG works in Gen 3. So basically, every single game starts with the same RNG seed, and then how it works in Ruby and Sapphire is it has a working battery, a clock. That's how real-time events happen. And then it will change that initial RNG seed based off of the clock. So basically, as long as you have a working battery, your RNG will always be different. Well, they do RNG manip in that game with a dead battery. Go for it. If you have something to say, go for it.
I think what I have to say is that we're finally ready here to go.
All right.
Let's
So
go.
I'm going to hit that transition button. You're going to be even more live than we have been for all of this.
Wow.
Sounds great.
Impressive.
And yeah, then we can get things started.
We're
Sweet.
super live.
So there we go. It's live.
Awesome. I'm going to finish up my thought because it's probably the best time to explain it before everything, and then we'll just head into it. So basically, if you don't have a working battery, you'll always start with the same RNG seed. And what matters then beyond that is what frame you do certain events, because the RNG is basically advanced every single frame. So right at the start here, we're going to be manipulating a mudkip to have certain stats. It's going to be naughty nature with really good attack, and it's going to be an awesome mudkip to get us even further into the run. So just be ready for that. I'm kind of all ready beyond that. So before I start, though, I should probably say my name. Hi, my name is SudoTrainer. I speedrun RPGs, mainly Pokemon. I've been running this game just not for too long, but I've put a lot of work into it, so I'm excited to show it off. And with me here, I have Helix.
Yeah, it's me. I ran Super Monkey Ball the second round of the marathon, and now I'm here to commentate something completely different.
Yeah.
Fair warning, I will have to leave like 2:15 in because I have to run the Smash Ultimate Tournament finals. But you'll get to hear my voice for most of this run, two-thirds of it, about.
So, yeah, it's Sunday morning. At the con itself, it's a little low. We're going to be really loud and have a good time and
Heck
try
yeah.
to get a bunch of people in here. So, I'm ready if you guys are.
I am ready, and let's get this thing started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! All right. So, welcome to Gen 3 Pokemon. This is probably one of people's favorite games because this is one of the most ambitious special editions of Pokemon. So we're playing Pokemon Emerald. So this was released after Ruby and Sapphire. And just a shout out, Emerald, it has the best post game I've ever seen in a Pokemon game. Definitely try it out. So please remind me what the name was. It was...
The name was Geno for SSB. But
Okay,
obviously you don't have enough
so-
characters for SSB, so it's Geno for SB.
Geno for SB.
Yep.
All right.
For all those for all those in the chat who wants Geno and Smash. By the way, chat is asking to turn up Sudo's mic, just FYI. Or you could bring your mic a little bit closer to your mouth. That might help
Okay.
too, actually.
I don't know if we can really do that.
Oh, maybe not.
All right. How's this? This is probably the closest I can get without it being weird.
Or turn game volume down.
Or turn game. Well, we'll get the logistics.
We'll figure it out. The first
it
part
out.
of the run is a cutscene anyway.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So, one interesting thing already is that May will have different colors. Same thing with Brandon, the male, if you pick him, depending on what version of the game you're playing. And Green May is best May. If anyone says any differently, you're wrong. Wanley, how's it going, dude? So, right at the start here, we're going to set this clock. It doesn't really matter because the clock, it doesn't advance because we don't have a working battery. And then I'm being very. Oh wait, never mind. I don't have to explain this. We're not going to be doing the extended minute because normally what I'd be trying to do is walk perfectly. It's not hard, right? We're just walking, but your step count needs to be perfect because normally after you manipulate the Mudkip stats, you actually manipulate no counters up to the first fight. But we're going to be skipping that because since it's a marathon, I really wanted to have the Mudkip naming incentive, and we can't do that if we're going to do the extended manip. So we're just going to be manipulating the Mudkip here soon. I'm going to give myself probably 5-6 tries. We'll see how I'm feeling and how close I'm getting. I got first try this morning when I tried it.
It was sick.
So this is a 60 frame trick, and this game does run at 60 frames per second. So it's frame perfect, and I will be able to tell how far off I am, and it's pretty hard. So I do have like basically backup saves with the correct names already.
Yep,
that I
that's why we had
prepared this morning.
That's why we had to close some bid wars early.
Yeah, so we're going to be saving here, and I'm going to be soft resetting and starting a timer at the same time.
This is serious time. He needs to be able to hear this timer.
Felt early, we'll see here. Alright. Okay, that's the correct HP. Oh, no, that's way too early. It felt early.
Alright, take 2.
Take 2. If we would have gotten that first try, I would have freaked out, man.
Me too.
Alright, that felt good. That first part's just to... Okay, that felt good. Thanks for the good luck, by the way. Okay. 21 HP. Okay.
Nice.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, no! So that's actually 6 frames early. So that is the Jebaited Mudkip.
Yep, he's looking for a naughty nature, but it has to have 14 attack.
14 attack.
Not 13.
So, yeah, that's 5 or 6 frames early. So I know that I'm being jumpy because it's a marathon. So let's chill and get it late. Okay, that felt perfect. Okay. Okay, that's not it. We'll do 3 more tries.
Okay.
So everyone, less RNG, even though it's not RNG. Okay. I need my naughty boy. Okay. 21. Oh, okay, so that's bashful. That is now 3 frames early. We are getting closer and closer. And I'm pretty sure the 20 HP was timid, which is 2 frames early, by the way.
Ooh.
So I'm going to try really hard here to basically calm down and go late. Okay, so that felt late. So hopefully this is it. Okay. Not it.
Nope.
I just want to check it here. Yep, timid,
Yeah.
so that's 2 frames early. So I'm going to aim really late, and if we get late whatever, then we'll switch.
I believe.
But I'm clearly just hitting too early. Alright, so that felt super late to me, so let's hope. Oh, yep. Guess what? Quiet! 1 frame late.
Oh,
We
no.
were so close. So give me 1 second here, guys.
All right.
I'm going to swap to something.
Also, we had someone in chat say that the mics are peaking, so if we could get someone to work on that over in the tech area, that would be very helpful.
So it's a 60 frame trick, and it's kind of hard. I practice on a TV very like the one I'm doing, and then being nervous and all that will change it. But we have a backup here. So basically, all that is different is that we beat the Zigzagoon and we name the Mudkip, and I'll just show off the Mudkip here really quick when this loads up. Unfortunately, this is no longer a valid run.
RIP.
So world record, even though it's going to happen, isn't going to count, guys. All right. So we're going to get into the more fun part here. But so let me kind of just show you the mudkip that you normally get. So if I was 1 frame earlier, we would have gotten this naughty nature 14 attack. All right. And we named it Excuse me. We named it Lapras. I wonder why we named it that.
Helix 11 shiny in chat if you have it, which maybe one person in this chat does.
So this is the part that if you get the manip and in excuse me, in world record attempts, you actually manipulate no encounters through here. It's a really cool manip, and Exarion is the one that made it. The actual mudkip manip I think was found by someone else. I can't remember off the top of my head, and I don't want to misspeak. So someone else found the actual mudkip manip, but Exarion was able to extend it. So if you press some things still in frame perfectly, you're able to walk all the way up to the rival here with no encounters. But it does require you to name the mudkip basically one character, otherwise you're not going to hit the frame you need to. Alright, so Brandon here is going to go perfectly, basically because we have a good mudkip. It's very unlikely to get really screwed here. So our main attacking move at the beginning here is tackle, and normally like you're like, oh, mudkips, you want high special attack. Well, we actually want high attack, which is why we have naughty nature, because we're going to be using a lot of physical moves later, and this makes like these early fights actually pretty easy because this mudkip is beefy and bulky.
No kidding.
So Lapras is now level 6. We normally check the stats there, but we checked it ahead of time. How funny would it be if I got the wrong mudkip when I made this save, and now I just have to ad-lib the entire run?
Oh no.
Alright, just to kind of shout out something quick that's going to be happening in the run fairly soon, like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes maybe. We are going to be manipulating a Wingull, and that is a bid war incentive. So if you want to snipe the Wingull name, you should probably do it kind of soonish. We have some time, but...
You should do it now. I will be closing that pretty soon.
So, Gen 3 did this amazing thing where it gave you running shoes, which makes movement in this game amazing, and they also gave you the best bike in the entire series. If anyone disagrees, I think you're wrong. But we're going to be really utilizing movement in this game. Emerald in Gen 3 in general is a... Whoops, I talked to him twice. But Emerald is a different kind of Pokemon run compared to every other generation, because this is one of the ones where movement is very stressed. Gen 4 is also a pretty close one, because they... Excuse me. They have a bike that can kind of switch between a fast and a slow mode, and they use it in some really interesting ways. But this one, you can only go fast, which is a really kind of cool thing, actually. So now we have the running shoes, and we're just going to be blasting through a lot of this game.
Yep.
Wormhole.
And if you're looking for the Wingull name, currently Wingoob is in the lead with just $1, so definitely within sniping range.
Only $1. We can snipe that and do something crazy with it.
You can go to that link that Moobot actually just posted in chat, speedrun.com/MidwestSpeedfest on 2019, of course separated with underscores /donate. And you can go to Bid Wars and you can view all of our currently active Bid Wars.
Oh, and just to kind of shout out, naming incentives for marathons can kind of be like one thing where it's like, oh, you don't see the name a lot. You will see every single Pokemon name at some point, and they do all fight. So that is kind of a cool thing with Gen 3. So if you're really you're on the fence about donating, you're like, I wonder how much I'll kind of even see. You'll see it a decent amount, which is kind of cool. Alright, Gino for sub. Someone paid $80 to get him into the next Smash Bros. Game. I don't know if that's enough, but Nintendo will have to listen at some point. So one of the things that I'm not opting to do is get early experience, it can make some fights a little bit safer, but it does kind of make everything a little bit odd. So I just choose not to go for it, even for a marathon, because it only impacts it very slightly. It doesn't make it like safer. It just makes it on average. You're not gonna lose too much time. So I'm just gonna go the normal route that I do. We're gonna do our first shopping here. We're gonna buy 5 potions, and I almost not wrong. So let's pick up another, and then we're gonna buy 1 repel. 2 repels. And we'll definitely need more repels later. The reason why we're kind of waiting is we want our items in a specific order. So we'll buy some more later. So we're going to walk into the Pokemon Center to set up a warp point, which is really kind of cool. This run uses Abra, and I can't wait to kind of show you the Abra strats. They're really interesting. So Wally here is going to show us how to properly catch a Pokemon. And let's get this out of the way right now. Yes, the Ralts can be shiny. Yes, the Zigzagoon can hit it. No, it's not going to happen here. And you know what? I'd love to eat my words. So Wally proved me wrong. So I can put down the controller. It doesn't matter. We're just going to sit here.
Yeah, no shiny.
We already missed the first one. No shiny Ralts. So this is not the best run of all time. But let's see. First tackle. Nah. That thing's not dying. So yeah, you look at this, you're like, how can the Ralts die? Well, this isn't technically a scripted fight. Both Pokemon are randomly generated, and if you get plus attack nature and everything on the Zigzagoon, and Ralts has terrible defense, you can kill it even through the second growl. But the odds are insanely low, and crits are turned off for this fight. That's the only like scripted part. So you can't crit, and people always wonder what happens if the Ralts dies. Game advances like normal. There's nothing cool. You just save some time.
Yeah, it's such a silly time save.
Yeah, and the task does do it, and shoutouts to the task. The task, I think there's a task for Sapphire. I don't know for Emerald, but the task for Sapphire actually uses Tailo and Swallow for the entire run with Guts strat. So that's really cool, and Tailo's like one of my favorite Pokemon. So it's my favorite Gen 3 Pokemon by far. So this guy is named Scott. Scott's annoying. Anyone who likes Scott, I'm sorry, for a speedrunner, all he does is talk to us constantly. And it doesn't matter because we never see his battle frontier. So we're going to heal here because we kind of got another fight coming up. And this is going to look really weird, but I'm actually going to save here. Because the next fight we can die, and we don't want that. So I'm going to save here just because we have the menu open. And I'm not likely to die, so it's like, why not save closer to a fight? Because if that happens, because I'm not used to this TV, I can also do this. So hopefully I won't hit him again. It's really odd, like, playing games like this on a different TV. It's not that big of a deal, like, I've practiced, so you get used to it here really quick. So there we go.
Yep. And when you're ready, I have a donation to read.
Go ahead.
Juanly Ways donates $5. SudoTrainer is amazing and the most helpful member of the PSR community. Thanks for everything you do for us, Sudo. Love you, bro.
Juanly Ways, so on Friday we had like a speedrunning panel, and I actually shouted out Juanly Ways, and he will never hear about it. But I'll shout him out live too. Juanly Ways is probably one of the coolest runners because he just runs whatever he wants, and he like knows like 10,000 games and can like switch between them fairly quickly and has good times in all of them.
I will be right back.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll try not to make the mic make weird noises.
You're good. This fight can be really annoying, obviously, because Pooch has Sand Attack here. So this is why we saved the marathon setting, because I can potion and I will, but if we're like kind of like, oh, we're fine and we can take a crit, I'm not gonna try to play around with a crit this early, as long as this fight we save for. So just saving for safety and dealing with all that. So we got more money. Yay! Alright. So I'm going to play the next dude pretty safe. Because I hit the first one. I just need to get a little bit more used to playing on this specific TV. So we're going to watch it very carefully here. Perfect. Alright. So how we're passing these guys is called run manip. So when the running shoes were added, they kind of came up with this mechanic where they're like, oh, if you're running past someone, that's a really loud thing. So the trainer should probably hear you running by, and will have the trainers hit you if you try to run past them. People who played casually probably like remember like, oh, don't run past trainers. And like that's actually pretty good advice because you're gonna get hit by them. So we can actually manipulate that. So there's different types of spinners, and I'm not going to explain them. It's like too technical and nerdy. But basically, I'm going to be running by them, and at some point, they're going to look at me. So we're going to use that, and we're going to use that, and then we're going to walk past them. And you're going to see a different version of it later. And I accidentally risked one turn, but you know, it's fine. He missed. Whatever.
So Huanliwei's donation went toward naming the Wingle Mankey.
Wingle Mankey, nice.
That's like the one thing I can't see on mobile, so I had to run over to the the PC and go like approve that. That's why I had to be right back.
That's awesome. So this fight is much cooler in Ruby Sapphire actually, because they manipulate a Wingle. And the reason why we don't do that in Emerald is in Sapphire, none of the double battles are actually forced. You can just run past them even if you have 2 Pokemon alive. In Emerald, if you have 2 Pokemon, the double battles will be forced on you. So we avoid getting a Pokemon beforehand. But in Sapphire, they manipulate a Wingle who will deal so much damage to this Geodude, and then they kind of set it up so the Geodude dies. So the Geodude has a little bit of HP, and the Wingle dies. So then the Mudkip only has to Mud Slap once, because Mud Slap's only 20 power.
Yep.
Pretty weak. And we're not Stab yet. We don't have a Ground type yet, so it's an even weaker move to us. But now we got Water Gun. So we need to kind of get a little beefy. So even though we're a water type, this first gym, Roxanne, I think this is probably one of the harder first gyms in the Pokemon game. Maybe not the hardest, but it's decently hard. So, we kind of just need to do our grinding now. All the Pokemon before this, all the trainers, they have like bug types and even some grass types, which is not good for us. So we save all of our grinding for here, and we fight all of the minions before Roxanne and her really, really tanky nose pass.
Oh yeah.
So since it's a marathon run, I'm going to be doing extra saving and some extra save strats. And this fight that we're about to do with Roxanne is really annoying and kind of hard to play well and be safe. So we're going to save before it still. Fights that I can just kind of do a safe strat for, we're probably not going to save for. Or like if we save, we have to like lose like 4 minutes, I'll save for. But this one, it would be really bad to die to. Probably mainly because it's really hard to play super safe. We have potions and stuff. I didn't potion yet, did I? That's the funny thing with like your muscle memory. Like I assumed I potioned there because normally we open up the bag there to potion, but I opened the bag there to save, so it's fine. Oh, cool! Hey, thanks for being a bro, dude.
That worked out.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks.
Sick.
I don't think that was faster at the end. I'm fairly certain not, but I'll say it was faster.
It's pro strats, only the pros.
Alright. So this is why you can get early XP. You can be level 14 for this fight, which makes it a little bit nicer, but it's not too much better. So And then you have to fight Pokemon trainers in a different order, and it's kind of a hassle.
Yeah, it's really just up to personal preference.
Yeah. So this is the first reason why the Snows Pass is annoying. And I'm fairly certain it's safe.
Nice crit.
Woo! I was looking away. That's the perfect turn to crit or before the orange berry goes off. So that was really good.
That was a really good crit.
That saves like 30 seconds there, and if you get it right away, it saves like 45 to 50. It's pretty insane. But you see, also has 2 potions, so a lot of that fight is kind of playing around, seeing if you can get Torrent to make the ranges a little bit nicer, and trying to deal with her healing. So up next is the next Manip, and this one is much easier than the Mudkip Manip. We're gonna have to do movement, but the actual timing of the frame is 4 frames versus a 1 framer, which is way different. I do have a backup save just in case for this one. This one is, we're going to try like 3 tries because it's a little bit longer. But hopefully we get this one. And I think I remember the name for this one, but I'll probably ask you.
Which Pokemon is it?
This is Abra.
Okay, yep. I got the name ready for that. Serious time, by the way, because Manips.
And then we can probably close the Wingull.
Okay, I'll do that while you do this. Actually, if Gooby on Stream Tech could close the Wingull.
Okay, that is not the hard part. It's kind of hard, but this is the hard part. So if I miss this, it's because I'm trying to go late on purpose, because I've been early this entire time. Okay, so that was 1 frame off. 2 frames, 2 shakes means I was 1 frame off.
He was
So I was very close.
ridiculously close. I thought you had it, not gonna lie. I believed.
That would have been great. Whoa! I don't know what that was. Alright, 1 more try. I've never gotten that one before, so I don't know what I did wrong there. Probably just like bad on the load. Okay, so that was definitely it. Movement was right though, so I don't know. Oh, I messed it up. Alright, so give me 1 second here. Oh, I just had it reset. I already switched to that cart.
Well, you get to hear this brilliant jingle.
Yeah, it was great. Alright, so we're going to switch to the Abra save. Sorry about that, everyone. I've already messed up 2 of them.
You were so close the
I
first
was
time.
so close.
People got the gist of it.
Yeah.
While you do this, there's an anonymous $10 donation with no comment, but we thank you very much for your generosity.
Thank you.
I suppose I could have gone to one of our bid wars, but I can't see it because mobile. I'm gonna.
So, yeah, you get an Abra there. Normally you catch it, and then we just name it. And this save will take place right after that.
Oh, I think I know what it went to.
That donation was from the Flying Marlin to name Rayquaza.
Okay.
Rayquaza.
Thank you.
Rayquaza.
Yep, I was about to mention that.
So now we have Gubra here, and we're
Yeah.
going to be using him quite a bit. So I just want to show it off there. And now we are going to be doing something. We're going to be doing our first kind of bag manip in the run. So these, every spinner in this game is entirely manipulatable. So we can get past every single spinner in this game with 100% success rate as long as you play well. It's unlike Gen 2 where there's some luck kind of in that, where even if it's a good pass, you just kind of have to hope that their clocks and RNGs and their cycles are in the right place, because they can still kind of spin whenever they want.
Yep.
So we're not going to learn Bide. Bide, sorry, Brock, but it's not a great move.
So we have Gubra now. Shoutouts to Gudra, but also shoutouts to Gooby on Stream Tech.
Yeah. So Lapras here is 15. We're getting pretty close. So if anyone has seen the Sapphire runs ever, you're probably like, oh god, they're coming up to the Brawly fight. Emerald says, screw that noise, we'll just come back later. So that's one of the reasons why we're getting this Abra. We're going to actually delay Brawly. So we're gonna fight the gym leaders out of a kind of a casual playthrough order, and it still kind of amazes me how many people don't know that you can fight gym leaders in like different orders. Everyone always thinks they like know. Oh, that's a good crit.
Wow.
I might just die.
What are your water gun crits today?
I don't know. It's great. So we just saved Pickle. So this old man really wants his Wingle back. And then after seeing this Wingle, my trainer is basically like, oh, I want a Wingle. And we're going to catch one in a little bit. So this movement here is really cool. I hope I don't mess it up. But we're basically going to do the manip in the reverse order. I did it. I did it. I did it bad. I did it bad. This shouldn't be a big deal.
One Pokemon.
That's a Shroomish, though.
Ooh.
Okay, so we are going to tackle it. Don't absorb. Okay.
Okay.
Don't absorb.
Good.
Okay, cool.
Sure,
Thanks
we're
for
fine.
being a bro, Shroomish.
That wasn't too bad.
That's the Shroomish for being a real bro. Okay, this actually doesn't matter.
Okay.
You'll see why in a little bit. But good thing we have more Pokemon. Oh god, this is the poison is messing me up. So we're just gonna bag manip him. All right.
I don't blame you.
So if Mudkip feigns it's not a big deal, we're gonna get a free heal in a moment. So what I did bad there was I went too fast. If you close the menu with B and then you try to walk past, you can run by mistake. So if you want to be super safe, you just close the menu with start. But me being a professional speedrunner, I'm like, I got this. I didn't have it. I went too fast there, basically.
He's too good.
At least that fight went well. The sad thing is it actually didn't get us enough experience for 16. If you get 16 early, the next fight we're gonna do is actually like way safer and faster because I'm gonna have to save for it. It's like the most annoying fight to save for because like you're pretty likely for it to go your way, but if you die, you have to go through like so much to get back to where you were.
Yeah.
So it's just worth saving for.
In a marathon, you don't want to risk that, obviously.
Yeah.
By the way, we're $51 from 3,000 raised for able gamers, which is ridiculous. We're like barely into Sunday. This is nuts. Our previous record was just over 2,000, so kind of blowing my mind.
Yeah. So we have to call the president and talk to him there. So now we're going to use that ever we got. And great. And a bunch of people are probably like, "Whoa, you just skipped the rival fight." Actually, no. That rival fight is completely optional. He'll ask you if you want to fight. And unlike other games, he respects the answer. He's like, "Oh, okay. Don't mind me." So I need to make sure I buy 5 here. We didn't get too much.
Very
extra
polite
money.
rival.
Yeah, he's like, okay, whatever. You got your own life to deal with. But before that, we're going to manipulate the Wingle. And I don't have a backup save for this because there's a really safe alternate strat. But this one is super easy, so let's get one right. Okay, ready? We're going to be doing this Wingle minute. Okay, this is it. If he goes up right there, I know I hit it. And then this YOLO ball is like 24 frames. And if I miss it, we can just tackle it. So, we good. We did one. No! I missed a 24 frame miss. No! Oh my goodness. Okay, we have a few Pokeballs. Let's try this. Go in the ball! Make it go in the ball. try.
That is going to be the name.
Second try. It's just Mankey. Any special capitalization?
Capital M, rest is lowercase.
Okay, cool. Welcome to the team, Mankey.
We have Mankey the Wingle and Lapras the Mudkip.
Yeah,
This is quite the team
our
we're
team is
assembling.
being very odd right now.
Yes.
All right, so that's the last RNG minute for a while, and then the last one we're not going to worry about. So if anyone's freaking out, oh god, he didn't do the manips and he's going to try Rayquaza, don't worry, we're going to get a Master Ball to you, so don't worry. All right. So that's the rival fight. You can just say no, and so if you skip him, the developers actually had like the foresight to be like, if you don't fight him, you're going to miss his number, and like that's kind of important because he calls you at times. So they have a backup check if you don't fight him or if you never talk to him. You can just meet him here. So if you didn't talk to him, if you don't have his number yet, it checks for that flag, and then we'll give you his number right there and ask you to battle. But we just say no, we move on. We got the Mankey.
Let's go, Mankey. Let's go Gen 1, apparently.
Gen 1, woo!
There is that red race.
Oh yeah. So I'll shout this out, man. So there is a there is going to be a red tournament next month. It begins next month and will go on for maybe a month or 2 months or so. But it has a prize pool, and it already has like 50 or 60 entrants or something like that, and it's going to be really cool.
There are a lot of new players in it too.
Yeah, red is a very nice kind of beginner run. And you can run on emulator. We have an approved emulator that's amazing. So if it interests you at all, totally consider signing up for that.
Yeah, Sudo here actually roped me in. He taught me a manip yesterday.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm one of the new players who's probably gonna be joining, assuming I have time. So yeah, go for it. Even if you haven't run a Pokemon game before, it would be my first Pokemon run. So.
And the red community is great. They race like every single day. If you like reach out, someone will say yes. It's probably one of the games that has some of the best guides written for it too. So totally check it out if it interests you. If you've ever been like, man, I kind of want to run a Pokemon game, that is probably your best chance to get into it. Because races are, I think a lot of runners can attest to this. For a lot of games, races are some of the best ways to get like caught up and learn the game.
Well, it's a forced no reset.
Yeah,
no
exactly.
resets are always really good for practice.
Nice joke, Pseudo. Hey, red is a good beginner game. Just if you're going for world record, it's probably not a nice game. So we're kind of on the other side of the world, and I'm gonna pick up this revive, and it's not gonna matter for like another like hour and a half, 2 hours. But this soft sand's gonna matter pretty soon. All right. So, plot-wise, we've basically been talking to people, and we're on a giant fetch quest, okay? So, we come here, talk to this dude, and he's like, nah, you gotta go somewhere else. It's like, the princess is in another castle, of course. But really quick here, I'm gonna actually open up the bag, and we're going to give the soft sand to Lapras here. It doesn't matter right now. Soft sand increases ground-type moves by 10%. Which is pretty significant, actually. So it's gonna matter in not this fight, but the next fight, because we're about to evolve. Oh, I did it bad again.
Oop.
This is the fight that I should have saved for, technically. Let's just hope we don't get the really rare, otherwise we're gonna lose like a minute and a half. But you know what?
Bless RNGs
It'll be
in the
fine.
chat.
And we can try to play it like super safe if we need to, but we'll try our best.
Nah, just win. Forehead.
Just win. So for one, we're speed tied with this thing, which is really okay. Perfect. So there's like 0 chance of us getting messed up. So we're speed tied, which is like the annoying part. Okay. Wow. Cool. Thank you for the really free fight.
Sweet.
Nice.
Okay.
We outsped every single turn except the last one, so that was a really good fight, and it just raged us once. Alright, put the controller down. Don't you dare press B. That's really bad.
I'll read a donation to distract
Alright,
you.
sounds
2
good.
donations, in fact. There's an anonymous $2 donation, which I assume was put towards something. There's no comment, though. And then Razorflame donates $2 and just says, for the memes.
For the memes.
So that also could have been for something. Why doesn't it show me these on mobile?
I don't know. Why is mobile always so much different? Okay, so now we're going to learn Mudshot.
Razorflame's donation came in twice. Okay.
Oh, weird. But anyways, Mudshot here is a really good ground type move. I believe it's 60 or 80 power. It's ground type, but it is 95% accurate. So it's kind of like tackle in that sense, and that can be a little bit annoying. Also, I should probably be scrolling through my notes for when I need them, just in case.
Oh yeah, that might be helpful.
So even though we learned this awesome move, we can't use it on the very first Pokemon. We have to use Tackle because it's flying type. But this is the Pokemon that we're going to use our first Mudshot on, and you can see that goes much better than tackling it. And then we're level 17. At this point in the run, we are much more powerful. Evolutions in Pokemon are just a bunch of stats dumped on you, which really helps out. It's like evolutions are so good that in Gen 1, one of the reasons why Nidoking is so fast is because we just get a tier 3 evolution, like, you know, the first 16 minutes of the game, which is just insane. So the first parts of a Pokemon game are actually scarier than the rest of it because a couple reasons. We're not evolved yet, and the second reason is Pokemon can easily be broken if you just use one Pokemon. The game really expects you to be like spreading out experience. And like, yeah, there's type disadvantages and all that, but how many grass type Pokemon have we dealt with yet? Like, none really,
The
right?
Shroomish.
Yeah, the Shroomish that we accidentally hit. If you pick the right Pokemon and you know where like your challenge fights are, you can play around that pretty easily. And then you just have one Pokemon you're dumping a bunch of experience on, just making it insanely over-leveled, and it just becomes easier. That being said, though, I'm sure every single person is scared of this next fight. Rival 2 is kind of a joke between a bunch of people, like casual Pokemon players and speedrunners and everyone basically, because the second rival fight is generally really hard, and this game isn't really an exception. It's pretty hard, but a lot of people think this is the second, like, this rival fight is one of the worst. For the speedrun, it can be, and I'm actually going to kind of explain now why we picked the girl. Some people would just assume, oh, you pick the girl just because the girl's fight is just kind of more fun to have around. But no, we actually picked the girl because we really need, excuse me, we really need this next fight to go well, and depending on if you have the female or the male rival, will determine what kind of Pokemon they lead with. So the male will lead with the Whalmer, which knows Growl, and we don't want to deal with that yet. So we have the lead of the Slugma, which doesn't know Growl, but instead knows Yawn, as it's like annoying move, which we can deal with, but Growling would be very bad, because the scary thing in the next fight is the Grovyle. The Grovyle is probably one of the scariest Pokemon we're going to see in this entire run, but we kind of have a cool strat to deal with it. But I'll explain it more when we get into it, but it can also be really unfortunate.
Yep, and real quick, I need to reread that anonymous $2 donation. Last time I tried to read it, the comment didn't load. I don't know what's up with my phone. Anyway, they said, loving the run so far. Put this toward Ditto being the cast form name. Also, throw Kirby.
Do it. Aww. Weak!
I'm right next to you. Fine. Does someone else want to throw Kirby at him?
Do it. Alright. So oh, missed. All right. Whoops. So I'm gonna save here because the next fight can be so bad.
You hit me. You hit me.
All right. So once again, we're gonna bag manip, and I'm gonna be smart. I closed the bag. Let's start. I learned my lesson. Woo! All right. So this is the bad fight. All right. So really quick here. We're gonna use X items for the first time, and I feel like I always glaze over X items when I run marathon runs of this game. X items, if you've never used them, are broken in Pokemon. Okay, if you want to trivialize these games and make them easier, X items are the way to go. Actually, for Pokemon speedrunning, a lot of the games, we kind of plan around how fast can we get X items. That's how important they are. So now that we're asleep, we have a full heal, but we got the full heal here kind of hopefully for later, or if we get burned here. Being burned here will reduce our attack. That's way more scary than being asleep for a little bit. So even in world record runs, they will not full heal that sleep. So now is the scary part. So this Grovyle, he is going to deal a lot of damage to us, and we're going to mud shot him. So, cool. That's step 1. Don't get crit. Don't be bad and get crit. Step 2, we died.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm in a soft reset. There's nothing we can do here. So, mud shot is 95% accurate. It has a 5% chance to miss. If we miss that, we're dead. There's nothing I can do. I can't heal. It's not good. It's just better to just reset there. So that's why we save for this one in the marathon. You can kind of try to throw other Pokemon out there, but then we need one of the Pokemon alive later. It just turns into a nightmare. It's really hard to recover from it, and then you're likely to still die. So because we don't have super potions yet, right? All I have is a potion. So we're going to be doing this again. So X speed and then 2 X attacks.
I'm going to go pick up that Kirby.
Okay, sounds good. All right, perfect. So we're going to fall asleep here again, and we are going to try Mudslap. Mudslap will kill it after all these X attacks, and that is too much damage. So we already have to potion. So this is already a worse beginning to the fight, which stinks. But hey, if we live, it's actually a better fight. So I'll take that. Okay, so we woke up. Mud Slap here. So once again, step 1, don't get crit. We haven't seen that one yet. Maybe we'll see all 3 ways this fight can go bad.
Oh no.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would actually be impressive.
All right, so we're going to mud shot here. So, absorb, don't crit. All right, that is 2 of the 3 ways you can die to Grovyle. The third, we're going to tackle it, too, because mud shot will not kill it all the way. So, we actually might see all of them. So, let's hope not. If it happens, I'm gonna laugh so
I'm gonna
hard.
flip out if this happens.
And you can still lose a lot of time to the fight, but you can really only die to Grovyle. So let's see. All right, so everyone, do the fight with me at home. Step 1, X speed. Step 2 and 3 is X attack. Step 4, get awake. Step 5, don't die. And that's basically it. Now we're asleep, which is good. For marathon safety, we actually don't want embers. If I was a top runner going for a PB, you want ember more as long as you don't get burned, because then you don't have to be asleep. But for marathon safety, I don't want to take damage. This Grovyle already deals enough damage to me, and he knows quick attack. So if he quick attack crit, I guess we can die to quick attack crit too.
So
wow.
far.
Yeah, there's a lot that can go wrong. Okay, step 1 done. Step 2, hit. Good.
Yes.
So now he's slower than us, okay? Quick attack crit cannot kill me, so that's fine. So now tackle. Yay!
Yes!
We did it! So tackle also is 95% accurate. So tackle could have missed as well. So we're not gonna learn foresight.
All right, well, Ness donates $2 saying, please hit him this time.
Hit him, we did it. And then we tackled the Wingle. That's the range. Whoa! Who's buying me a laptop after this? I'm sorry, dude. We're good.
I can't.
I take it this is winding up on the highlights. Everyone wave at the camera.
What do I even say about that?
I don't know. All right. Are we in Torrent? We are not in Torrent. I forget what we're supposed to do here. Hold on. Normally we're in Torrent. Mudslide.
You realize we have to try this again, right?
Yeah. Do it. I believe.
You have to do it.
I believe.
Okay, that wasn't even close.
So normally in that last fight we'd be in Torrent and then we'd use water gun if we kill him. But unfortunately we're not. So what Torrent is if you're below 1/3 HP, we get a 50% boost to our water type moves, which is basically why we go for a naughty nature. The naughty nature has a minus special attack nature, but we can make up for Torrent. So if there's ever a fight that we desperately need like good water attacks for, we can just try to get Torrent and deal with it that way. So we're gonna pick up the first HM, I think, that we get in this run. We're gonna pick up Roxman. So we're gonna teach all HMs that we really need to our main Pokemon here of the Mudkip that is named Lapras. Lapras is gonna turn into an HM slave, which is really sad because that's also what happens in Pokemon Yellow.
When you're ready, I
Oh,
have...
whoops.
Oh.
I said no. Go for it.
When you're ready, I have a comment. It's not a donation. It's something I want to say. Should I do it?
Yeah, go for it.
Time Muffin just raided with a party of 13, so thank you, Time Muffin. If you didn't see Time Muffin's run of just shapes and beats, he broke the world record during the marathon run, so wait for the VOD to come out, watch it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Time Muffin. Also, we still need to hit you with the Kirby. And now,
Come on,
Gooby, why did
guys.
we gotta keep going. Someone needs to hit him.
Tackle. Yeah! We did it!
There you go.
We did it, Reddit! Woo! Okay, here I am. So, this is Mock Bike, and this is the coolest part of Gen 3 speedrunning. The Mock Bike is an amazing movement addition to Gen 1. I know this fight, yeah, we mudshot, hope it hits, and then mudslap twice. So, I was in Torrent. Whatever. I'm not in Torrent anymore. Doesn't matter. It's more so a note to myself. But, the Mock Bike is a very fast bike. It has an acceleration kind of piece to it. So the longer you're on it, the faster you get, and then you reach this top speed. It's like 6 frames per tile at top speed. So Gen 3, to get really good at Gen 3, you have to get good at this movement. I'm by no means like as good as world record runners, but it's so much fun to have such a strong movement piece in a Pokemon game. So we're gonna heal here. We kind of want to heal our Pokemon, but it's more for PP reasons. And then we need to walk in here anyways to set our warp point, because we're going to warp back here with, whoops, not the uncle. No, don't talk to me. Wally. He's just talking to his uncle, and then he'll like turn around like, bah! How long have you been standing there, Gino, for Smash Bros?
How much of that did you hear?
Yeah, exactly.
I just realized how good of a view you guys got of the Kirby hitting the laptop. Like, you had the perfect view of that.
That's awesome. So we're gonna mudshot here, and hey, Ralts is not very strong.
Rip.
So, normally in a Pokemon game, we'd be really scared because we're going into an electric type gym, and we started with the water type Pokemon. Not in this game because, like we've already been talking about, we're ground type. This is probably one of the freest gyms in the entire run. And hey, look, Scott. Hey, how's it going? Can you please leave? I'm trying to go do things.
I'm trying to speedrun here.
Like, this is like a mom just constantly checking up on you. Like,
Oh,
hey,
no.
how's your journey going? We haven't talked in a while. Can you please call me more often? It's like, I'm just trying to do my own thing right now.
I found your Twitter.
I found your Twitter. Wow. Felix, do you have some things you want to talk about?
That actually just happened to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
like last night.
So we're gonna mudshot, and then we're gonna mudshot, and then Felix, can you guess what we're gonna do to the gym leader?
What are we gonna do with the gym leader?
Mudshot.
Heck yeah.
Woo!
Lapras
Alright,
can
okay.
mudshot, I promise.
We need to hit this mudshot because otherwise we're asleep, and I don't want to deal with that. Okay, cool. So, in one generation of Pokemon, if you get yawned and you still faint the final Pokemon, you still get put to sleep. I don't know what generation it is. I think it's 6, but that is not fun. In this one, if you got yawned and you faint the Pokemon, the fight ends and you don't end up falling asleep at least. But falling asleep there would have been pretty bad. So, you're going to see this quite a bit for, like, harder fights in the run. We're going to basically use our X items, and then we're just going to spam a move. So, this Voltorb is really likely to just roll at you, but he also can self-destruct you, which can be very annoying, actually, because then you go in, like, to the next section, like, kind of low HP when you're normally super high HP. And it happened to me twice while I was practicing for this marathon, and I'm just like, why? Like, save this for the marathon. Like, we need to get the worst luck in the marathon. That's how it's supposed to be. But,
I mean, this has already been quite the run.
yeah, it has.
Featuring like 6 Kirby misses as well.
Yeah, we have laptop on to deal with it. Alright. So we don't outspeed the next Pokemon. He's likely to howl, and even if he does hit us, I think it's like takedown, which isn't that bad, or quick attack. Yeah, howl.
Okay.
So no damage. Not a big deal. We don't want to be like too low on HP because we're not gonna heal for a little bit of time. But up next is my favorite part of the run, and I'm even gonna be confident and say every single optional I hit in this next section, I will donate $3 for. Okay.
Okay.
So let's hope we don't hit any optionals, because you know I'll donate anyways. But
Someone keep track of that.
yeah, so if I hit an optional, I'll donate $3 for it, and I'll tell you when, like, this section of movement's over. Basically, the next 9 minutes is nothing straight of Mach Bike movement, and we're going to be doing a lot of tricks. So, you haven't really seen the Mach Bike yet. Well, for the next 9 minutes, I'll show you why it's really cool. So, that was already perfect, so
Yeah, that was good.
we're in a good spot here.
When you're moving at full speed on a Mach Bike, you move 1 tile every 4 frames. So you have 4 frames to turn.
So, I'm stopping on the specific point. Oh!
Oh.
Oh! When was the last time I saved?
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The reset out of habit.
Oh no. When did I last save? Okay, so we're gonna have to do something. I'm really sorry I ever did that. I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
That's $3.
That's $3.
That should be more than $3.
I do have saves set up for this. Unfortunately, though, the names aren't carried over. These are like my normal practice saves. Lapras, no, I'm so sorry. I don't know. I've never done that before. Like, even in a run, I'm like, whatever. I'm like flabbergasted that I did that.
I think we should make him go to the Name Raider.
Yeah. Wait. Where's the Name Raider in Gen 3?
I don't even remember.
Okay. We get Fly later. If you want to Google that and let me know where it is,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, like, we can just Name Raider it.
That'd actually be hilarious.
I'm gonna have to nickname like 3 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. You know what? I'm flabbergasted. We're gonna breathe. We're gonna go to the name rate later.
Is that another $3?
Yeah, that's already $3.
So 6.
So since I have this, it's actually safer if I just save and reset.
Just keep hitting optionals. We'll hit 3,000.
Yeah, exactly. I like how I'm like, I'm so confident, and then I already am doing this. Oh,
I believe in you, Sudo.
Oh,
Sudo.
we got this. All right, ready? So the reason why that trainer was so interesting was we do this thing called run to bike, and normally I'm a tile up for it. Okay, I got run to bike though. The really hard thing, I got it. All right.
That's
So,
how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it always goes, right? All right. So I took one extra step, and we're gonna wait for these guys to turn and look away, and now we're gonna bag them in.
So the name raider is in Slateport, south of the battle tent.
Okay, cool. I think I know where that is, so we'll
Okay.
be good. We're not gonna get fly for a little bit here. Oh wait, I gotta go right past that later. Never mind. It's not even gonna be that long.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Means we
Slateport
have to
isn't.
go back and fight Brawley.
I was gonna say Slateport like isn't that long
Yeah, no. It's not
into
that
the
bad.
run. Is what I meant to say. I swear I know how to speak English.
I'm gonna slow down here. All right.
Yeah.
He's already messed this up a little bit. All right, there we go. So we're gonna pick up this nugget here. Very luckily, this nugget is right by the mart. And it's like, great, woo! And now we're gonna sell it right away.
Did you touch on the mock bike bonking intentionally?
Oh no, actually not
Okay.
yet. So mock biking has deceleration just like we have acceleration. So because the bike accelerates, it also has like a deceleration feature. So you like slow down, which can be very annoying. So we intentionally bonk with the mock bike, so we stop right away. That's the only way to stop dead in the game on the mock bike, which is really interesting because later on when we're getting the Rayquaza, you have to use this in order to get to Rayquaza. So it's like they knew about it, and all right, now we're gonna super repel, and we're coming into the next section. So we already have $6, right?
Yep. $6.
So let me kind of touch on run to bike because of that whole like soft resetting issue I just did. Let me just kind of explain what run to biking is. So run to biking is we're gonna try to run past the trainer, and then right when they turn, we're going to get on the bike, and that gives us just enough time, even though the mock bike's slow at the start, to bike past them. And that's the fastest way we can get past spinners here. So there's a spinner here, and this is the one spinner in the entire game that we normally, like if you're going for world record, what they do is they do a one tile run to bike here, and it's very difficult. You only have to do one in the entire run, and you have to practice quite a bit to get that down. So I don't even bother, and I know a lot of people don't bother with that run to bike, but it's really cool to see because in the matter of like 6 frames or so, they're doing so many different button combinations. Because they bonk, get off the bike, turn right, start running, and then get on the bike, all within like a really small time window.
Yeah, it's like a Street Fighter combo at like 2 times speed. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really cool. It just really shows that the top runners of this game, to shout out to some of them, Shiru, Exarion, Gunner, Tyrant, Quaylagan, Crafted, all those people are really good at this game. G Hines as well, too. Okay, turn. I need him to turn.
It took a while.
Yeah, it did.
Just staring you down.
All right, so no longer flustered, so we're not gonna hit another option. Oh, doesn't count. Doesn't count.
That's,
Didn't
I mean,
hit.
it's not an optional.
I was supposed to run the bike there, but that's okay. The benefit of run to biking is even if you kind of miss the run to bike, sometimes you, like if you catch yourself, you can just walk past them. It's run to bike is basically an upgraded version of just run to walk nipping. So if you kind of catch yourself, you're like you're gonna miss it. As long as you don't slow down, you can kind of get past a lot of people by walking. It's close though. They still have a chance to hit you, but it's a small window. So you just kind of play your odds here. So I took some extra steps, but I still need to burn some. So we're gonna go forward a little bit here. We're gonna hope the rappel wears out like right around here. So the movement section is almost done. Whoops, I meant to go over first. And we're going to teach strength now. So like I said, almost every single HM is going on this mud jump. And we're gonna teach over just one. Like, now I don't want to make a single mistake. Like, if I get rid of mud shot, that's going to be really bad. Alright, so I'm going to, whoops, didn't take my down input. Alright, so I'm going to teleport here. And then we're back at Mobile City. And something I touched on before is I already went over here and I fought this trainer. We're going to have to come back here later. But these guys are kind of meant to be fought later, but also you can fight them early. And they're just good XP. So we kind of fight them when we want to, and we kind of need the experience at good points here. So we're going to pick up this XP now because it's helpful. We want to kind of hit level 26 at a certain point. So get them now. We're going to have to fight them at some point. We still one-shot them. So it's not that much of a time loss. Just go right quick. We're here anyways. So do not learn Bloodsport.
Oh,
Bloodsport is not a helpful move.
not at all.
So one thing bad can happen here is Shermis has the status touch effect. So every now and again you'll get like paralysis from him, and that's basically game over if you had to use your full heal on rival.
I mean, that happened earlier. You got poisoned from it.
Yeah. Alright, so we're coming to the section where I hit the optional before. Alright, so only one more optional I can hit.
Okay.
Alright. And we're gonna be late. We're gonna even bag them. Woo!
Wow.
Alright.
Come on, man. It's for
$6.
charity.
Yeah. I'll donate more than 6. It's okay. But that was really poor. I hope you got to see some of the cool movement. Instantly hitting that trainer and just muscle memory resetting. What it is like kind of upsetting by me because it really shouldn't have happened. I should have known that, like, oh, make sure I don't reset when I do something. But I've been practicing this so much, and I just, without thinking, bam, hit reset.
I've done that before, too.
Yeah. I'm glad I have saves for everything, though.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things that I think I'm kind of known for is being way too over-prepared for marathons. So I'm glad I have saves. I'm glad there is some form of backup for it. So we're gonna have to heal, actually, before the hard fight coming up that we're kind of got the early XP for is Maxi here. And this save, remember how I talked about self-destruct? This save got self-destruct. Look at the HP difference.
Oh, my.
Like, self-destruct just deals so much damage. That's why I'm so low. It's like, oh, I got self-destruct. Whatever, it's fine. It's not like I'm going to be using this in a marathon or anything.
No, never.
So now I have to heal, which isn't that big of a deal, but it could matter later on.
Compared to everything else that's happened.
Oh, yeah. This is not that bad. So you'll see me strengthening certain things if they're going to die, because we're trying to avoid super effective text. In Gen 1 and 2, like, we avoid super effective text also. But in Gen 3, one thing I haven't really explained is the fights have static lengths when you use a move. So, like, I can't mash text to advance it. Even with animations turned off, you would expect I could, like, mash text there to make it faster. No, it's a set amount of time. So, super effective test X, like, even though the Pokemon's amount of fate will be up there for just a certain amount of time, we can't clear it fast. So, super effective text is very costly to generate. So we want to avoid that as much as possible. So this is another fight I have to save for. Oh, this reminds me. Now I'm going to have to remake this save later. But for the marathon, it's worth it.
I'll DM you later and try to remind you.
Yeah, no,
If I remember.
So now we did the heal. Just help me remember, like, if for some reason we ever have to, like, soft reset and reopen this, which one I used. It was the post, it's the post-Watson save.
Post-Watson, okay.
Yeah. I'll remember to more often than that, but
Chat, you better remember this too, because I am going to have to leave at some point.
post-Watson. I'll remember, because I don't think you'll forget hitting an optional and accidentally. So we're swapping Abby here to slot 1 because the first Pokemon is Mightyena, and Mightyena has the ability Intimidate, which will reduce the attack stage of one of our Pokemon, and we need to use a guard spec anyways. And the nice thing about guard specs, unlike normal X items, are they carry over. They're a set amount of turns. So Abra's gonna eat this Intimidate, and because of Gen 3, he will always kill it. And then we are going to set up a guard spec. So now the guard spec will remain, but we get to throw out our real Pokemon. So we basically get a free setup turn, and we got to avoid this Intimidate. So now we're going to X attack, which is right by our guard specs. This is all menuing strategy. And now we are going to Mud Shot, and then Strength. So now, what we don't want to see is Bite, for example, because that's just more damage. But we can heal in the menu coming up here. We're going to Super Potion, actually, because the next fight is also a little scary. So the worst thing that can happen in this fight is you miss Mud Shot on this next Pokemon, because Camerupt is actually pretty powerful, so we don't want to deal with that. No!
Why?
Okay. Woo!
Okay.
All right, cool.
I was going to say, why does it keep happening to you?
I don't know, but we've gotten some really bad Mud Shots.
As soon as you said you don't want to miss, I knew you were going to
You're like,
miss.
oh no,
It's like,
this is not good.
You said it, it's going to happen.
Alright, so, the cool thing about Emerald 2 is that some people haven't really played it too much casually is, and one reason why I really love it as a special edition Pokemon, it's not just like, oh, we have all the Pokemon. This one really ties the stories of the 2 games that came before it together. So, we have both Team Magma and Team Aqua, and we're going to interact with both of them. So we're going to wait for this guy to turn here, and then during like a Magma Nip, basically, we're going to re-switch our main Pokemon in front here. And, oh, whoops, hold on. I'll do it right now because I forgot. I just need a Super Potion, and I don't want, I'm going to remember to save for the next fight, but Super Potioning for that fight we normally don't have to do really. So I'm just going to do it here so I don't forget. And now, this is my favorite part. Let's see if I remember this gym. This gym is oddly confusing. The one I've messed up the most is here. You go all the way left and then up. If you walk any differently to that, you're basically going to hit an obstacle, and it's not going to be fun.
When you're ready, I have a rather important donation to
Go
read.
for it, my friend.
Roma from the French Restream has donated $42, saying, "Baguette, baguette, baguette." And with that, we've hit $3,000 raised for Able Gamers.
Woo!
Let's keep it going, guys. 3,500 is a stretch, but I mean, we have 8 or so hours left, maybe 7. I think we can get it. I think we can get it.
Do it. Let's do it.
So yeah, that went to naming Rayquaza Baguette.
Baguette.
Shoutouts to our French Restreamers at Baguette_Restream. Twitch.tv/Baguette_Restream. They are a great community. They've been supporting us for, is this the 3rd or 4th marathon in a row?
Yeah, 3, I think. Right?
Yeah, something like that. They're awesome.
So
Thank you so much, Roma.
This fight's kind of interesting because the old strat here, like long before I ever ran this. Okay, that's not the best, but that's fine. So the old strat would be you actually want to get smogged from the Sugma and you get poisoned. this is still the strat Sapphire uses. They do not manipulate aggro. So that would be a very bad fight, actually, if we were doing like the old strats of this game, because we're going to want to warp here pretty soon. So we're going to use Abra for it, but they, in Sapphire, get poisoned and then they death warp all the way across the ocean. It's really cool. Now this Torkoal can be very bad. One of the reasons why we saved for it. Okay, don't get paralyzed. Okay, that's fine. Now we just have to hit a mud shot. Woo! Cool, we did.
Yeah, we finally hit a much.
That Torkoal could have killed me with overheat in the sun.
Oh yeah.
FE max roll. So very unlikely to kill me, but I'm glad that we don't have to deal with it.
I mean,
With everything that's happened.
the fact that it's possible with the way this run's been going, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah, and he can always crit. I would be
Yeah.
dead. You definitely don't want to see Sunny Day from the Slug Mud. You'd rather get Smog because poison's not really likely. Because overheat just means that Torkoal's like potential damage is so much higher. And like one thing I also love about Emerald. Sorry, I'm just like loving Emerald right now. But Emerald does a lot of cool things with the trainers, like the gym leaders. They kind of really smartly put items on them. So in Emerald, the Torkoal is actually holding an herb that will, if you reduce its stats, it'll eat the herb. And Overheat will reduce your special attack by 2 stages, I believe. And that's the kind of cool thing that they do. I don't know why that up input wasn't buffered. Okay, that's cool. All right, so they use Overheat, and then they counteract the negative side effect by using the herb and just having it on the Torkoal, which is really cool. Nope. He's never been in my way before.
Bonk.
Nope. Okay.
May is very bad at riding a bicycle.
Yeah. We bonk a lot. Alright, so I'm... Whoops. Is it at the top? Okay, cool. Alright, so we're going to Elixir here, and then we're going to Super Repel. We're low on PP. We're not going to center again for the entire run. For a heal. We'll walk in there to like set work points, but we're gonna go here and we're gonna get this desert candy. It's very helpful in Pokemon games to have rare candies, and then we're going to use them to smartly level. So a rare candy will give you all the experience you need to get to the next level. So you want to save them for when you basically just leveled up, because then you get the most value out of them. That was a perfect movement section. I just want everyone to know that.
Wow.
Well, unfortunately, if he was looking right at that time, I could have just passed him, but he wasn't, so.
Yeah. Name Raider, by the way.
Oh. He's over
South
here?
of Battle Tent, so.
No, wait. Alright. Let's see. Where's the Name Raider? This has got to be him. Oh, yeah, this is the dude.
Okay.
Name Raider, woo! Alright, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah,
Felix.
I got you.
really appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, let's redo all those names. So this is Lapras.
Yes, this is Lapras.
I remember.
You spelled it right this time.
Yeah, I did.
He didn't spell it right in practice
I
earlier.
don't know how to spell Pokemon. Alright, so
Needs to
now-
play Almost Letter Adventure.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so, and then the Abra was Gubra,
Yes,
right?
Gubra.
Thank goodness for Name Raiders.
Yeah. Thank goodness the Name Raider's so early in this game.
Yeah, exactly. That wasn't too long without it. I feel a little bit better.
Yeah, it was fine.
Unfortunately, our trainer name, I can't do anything.
Yeah, but it's okay. And then Wingle. What was Wingle?
Wingle.
Oh, Mankey.
Mankey, yeah. So,
I blanked.
since our trainer name isn't right, all I care about for the rest of the run is that we say Geno for Smash as much as possible, because we got to make that happen.
Geno for Smash.
Geno for Smash. Oh, well.
Bikes directly into like a
Wait.
chair.
Okay. It didn't take my up input.
No.
So you can just see like how much like how far you go if you let go while the Mach Bike is going. So I thought I bonked on him there, but I accidentally hit left, and then you just see how far you go.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing for me to bonk on, so it's like, I guess I'm going to turn around now.
It's called the Mach Bike for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I'm not proud of it, but I've gone the wrong way in this gym a decent amount. So let's not go the wrong way. Woo! I did it. I'm
He
so
did it!
proud.
Woo!
Alright, so this is like the freest gym you will ever see because like this is the second gym leader. He's expecting us to like come out with like, you know, a basic Pokemon team. And here we are, just like a beaten up Marshtomp, just ready to take him down. Funny thing though, Makuhita is so bulky, a strength will not kill him. We need a mud shot. That's how like bulky Makuhita is. I mean, he's the one that learns bulk up, so it's kind of to be expected, but...
I mean, I noticed that when playing casually. Whenever I ran into a Makuhita, I was like, oh no.
yeah, they're kind of like a mini Chansey, I would say, just like very tanky. But they also deal a decent amount of damage.
Yo.
They're slow, and special defense is not their forte.
Yeah.
So now we got the second gym badge, and I think for the rest of the run, for the rest of the run, we're going to fight in the intended order. So we just kind of delay Brawling here. So now we're able to go fight our dad. We do also have to fight him before we're allowed to fight our dad. Because the dad, he's going to be the 5th gym leader, and basically, he just tells you if you try to fight him early. Wait, where am I going? Oh, wait, hold on. I got distracted for a moment. I'm like, I don't know where I am. If you try to talk to him early, he'll just tell you come back when you have more badges, and then he unlocks after you have 4 gym badges.
Yeah, he's scared to fight his own son.
Yeah, exactly. But in the speedrun, we're way more scared of him than he is of us.
Daughter.
Yeah, exactly. So, I know I've had bad luck already, but I want on the record, I've never had a good Norman fight, and I've never had an okay Norman fight. In any actual run I've ever done, it's been really bad. So I still save for a bunch of things because I'm more so just like still improving on this game, and I don't think I ever want to not save for him. For how bad it's gone, I'm scared for this marathon. This might be the first one that goes well. I hope, but we'll see. I almost rare candied the Wingull, by the way, because of the Name Raider cursor. That would have been really bad, but we're okay. It's fine. And then we're going to have to potion here because we're going to fight a Swallow. And Swallow's a good Pokemon that deals a lot of damage. I'm also going to save because Swallow can crit. And we'd have to go all the way to the other end of the ocean. If you ever have to like go through the boat, it's just not worth. Like, even though dying is pretty unlikely, Marathon just save.
I mean,
Alright, we already got crit. Great.
Lots of unlikely stuff has happened already.
He would have to crit me again because I healed so much. Alright,
Okay,
no
fine.
double crit. We're good. So, one thing I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be actually using a really high healing item. So I need to heal before this fight because I got crit. And we want to actually use an energy root here. Energy roots are way helpful later on, but even though an energy powder would probably be enough, we want to balance out our healing items as much as possible. Because right before we get Rayquaza, we're going to want to be low HP, and there's a few points in the run we want to manage our HP as best we can. So I am going to kind of try to spread out potions, super potions, energy powders, and energy roots as much as possible. And that's just the easiest way to do it, is kind of like try to use your energy roots sooner so you have energy powders when you need them. Kind of go from there. Alright, so this next fight I'm going to have to save again because Zangoose, as many people know, is a pretty scary Pokemon. It has a lot of attack. and then we have a really scary fight after this as well. So this isn't the best gym for safety. And I just realized I've had these headphones in for like ever, and I'm not gonna need them for like an hour.
I just realized I can't hear Sudo through my headset, and I've been hearing him like I've just been hearing him normally this whole time, and I've been able to understand him. So I guess it doesn't matter.
Nice. Well, at least it works out kind
I definitely heard him through my headset like for a little bit.
All right, so here we're gonna kind of play it safe, and we're going to water gun. We don't want to get too. Whoa! I'm so surprised that's happened. That like almost never happened. So we were out of his range to kill, so he wasn't guaranteed to slash there. But normally he'll slash there, and a slash crit still would have, I think, killed us.
Wow.
So we might have been like on the edge of the slash crit not killing us, because Sword Dance is just a really good move. Ask any competitive Pokemon player and they'll tell you Sword Dance is a very good move.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna save here, even though we just saved for the last fight, it's just better because this fight, yeah, you'll see why it's so bad. So Norman has a bunch of Pokemon that are just kind of hard to deal with, and in Emerald he leads with the Troll Pokemon, which is great. I love fighting his Spinda. So we actually want Teeter Dance at the start here, all right? So we want him to keep Teeter Dancing us. Teeter Dance? Okay, facade. All right, I am gonna go for the X speed. We shouldn't die here. And then I'll energy root. Okay, never mind. This means I energy powder. And then we hope for Teeter Dance again. Cool.
Nice.
And then we want facade here. Okay, so I have 4 chances to unconfuse myself. All right, so this is really bad. So he can keep spamming Teeter Dance, and I'm going to run out, and then we have to risk the confusion. All right, never mind, perfect. So that's perfect, and then we strengthen, right? I hope I didn't do that. Cool, thanks, muscle memory. That was perfect. All right.
Nice.
Okay, Lapras, do not learn takedown.
Sorry, Lapras.
I'm sorry, but you have to learn the moves that we want you to. So we're gonna leave.
That is how Pokemon works.
Because we don't want to deal too much damage. And then the Vigoroth here is where we want to use our energy powder, because we want to be highest health after this Pokemon, and this one deals less than the other Pokemon we have to deal with. So we're gonna fight him here. All right. Good. I keep looking at my notes because I just want to make sure that I don't do this fight. Yeah. All right.
I mean, very understandable.
So we're gonna Mud Shot because it kills.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So 60 is my heal point. Okay. So now we're gonna Rock Smash after. Okay. And we hope for a special defense.
Nice.
Perfect. So that's perfect. This fight is much easier.
Imagine getting good RNG.
Okay, good. Okay, and let me just double check. I want to make sure. Okay, yeah, that's right. Because there's 2 ways this fight can go. So normally this would be a heal point for him, but because of the Citrus Berry, it puts him out. So the reason Slacking didn't attack us twice is because he has an ability called True. So every other turn, he's going to not do anything. And that's why we want the special defense drop. Sorry, just defense drop. Otherwise, we cannot really kill him. Wow, did I just have a good Norman? Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually had the defense drop and it go well. One run I was really excited because I crit what's it called, the Rock Smash, and that kind of does the same thing than the defense drop, but I crit him and defense dropped him. And then I'm like trying to deal with this, and then I finally get him at a good HP value, and I once again crit him down to 1 HP. And then you just have to deal with, because he has like so many healing items, and it's just an insanely hard fight to do right if it doesn't go your way. So this is Wally's family. They're gonna thank us by giving us Surf. And normally in a speedrun, Surf is like one of the best moves. It's still very helpful. We're gonna teach it because we're gonna need it basically right away to get something. But we use Surf less than some other runs. still very helpful, but for a water main starter, we don't use Surf for like every single fight like you would expect. Alright, so now we taught Surf, we're going to come down here, and we are going to get another rare candy. So here's this rare candy. And then now we are going to teleport again with Gubra. And now we're going to finally go right where we fought the trainers before. Whoops. My bad. Yep. Alright. So we haven't had too much like hard movement yet. Oh, I didn't go down. What just happened? Alright. I don't know why getting on the bike road was taking such a long time. But it's fine. We didn't hit an option.
Yeah.
Woo! Optionals at this point are worth nothing, so why bother? Alright, so we're gonna Bagmanist this guy. I don't know why I went to my Pokemon there, but whatever, that works too.
Pokemon Minute.
Pokemon Minute, woo! And then Roxanne will finally fight us and tell us that she's really proud of us being Brawly. I don't think she realized that we did a lot since then, because normally that phone call is supposed to happen, you know, right after you beat the second gym. But we did a lot before that. Oh. So the mock fight's very weird when you don't intentionally bump, because, like I said, it has an acceleration period, so you're much slower than you're used to, and it's like very common for like runners to, when they don't mean to bump, like actually fix it. So even if you watch top runners every now and again, they'll be like stuck on a wall for a moment and then they turn off, because the game is like, you're at the first part, so like it's trying to be slow, so we're trying to turn it, but it just doesn't cooperate as well as you would.
Pseudo had me try doing mock bike movement earlier today, and I was like,
It didn't
what is
go
happening?
the best, did it?
No. No.
Hey, you did pretty good, actually, I think.
It was also Sky Pillar, so that...
Yeah, Sky Pillar too. When we get there, I really hope everyone enjoys that movie.
Yeah.
Because it's really cool.
I'm really sad I'm not going to be able to see that.
So, every now and again, if I'm pausing, it's because I've been a bad person and have not scrolled my notes up to where I need to be.
You can have me do it.
It's fine, I got it. You're not going to be here the whole time.
That's
I
true.
don't want to get
That's
used to
true.
the luxury of someone scrolling my notes. So, we want to be in Torn for this section because there's Pokemon that run one-shot. But that means that most of the time you have to heal with the annoying Weevoo sound. We don't hear it that much compared to like Gen 1, but there'll be a few periods where we're going to have to deal with it for a while. This is one of them. So, if we could close the Castform animation, that would be great too.
Alright.
We have a little bit of time, but not too much.
Okay. I'll give it... Should I give it like a couple minutes?
Nah.
Just close it? Okay.
Yeah.
That
By a
is
little
still-
bit, I mean a minute.
Oh, okay.
Probably,
So that's not... Okay. Well, that's closed then.
Sounds good.
Let's say, once my phone decides to work,
Yeah.
I'll scroll down to it.
So this is the fight we want to be in Torn for. She's gonna lead a Mightyena. Sorry, a Carvana, which will die from Surf, but then her second Pokemon is a Mightyena. That's the one we actually want to one-shot because it's kind of scary. So yeah, this is the power of Torn. We're naughty nature, so we're not even a plus special attack nature, we're a minus special attack nature. We just one-shot a Carvana.
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever you're ready, you can tell me the cast form name.
Castform name is Roma 45100. So, again, Roma from the French region.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Okay. Alright. So, this is fine, actually.
Okay.
So don't worry about this. One of the reasons why, even at this point, I don't save for certain things is I have a revive. This is
Okay.
gonna change something later on, but I'll just deal with it. It's whatever.
Okay.
That range is 14 out of 16. So I got very unlucky.
So of course he would miss it. in this
Yeah,
run.
of course I would.
Maybe you just shouldn't say things.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Oh, I don't think I said like, oh, I could die here. No, but
Well, you-
it's fine. We have a revive.
I think you implied that you could miss a range.
Yeah,
At least
okay, I did,
that's the vibe
actually.
I got from it. So
Okay, so Roma, so R-O-M-A, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Then 45100.
Okay, let's do this.
It's all lowercase as
Okay,
well.
so all lowercase. So
ROMA.
R-O-M-A,
All right. 45100.
45100.
Perfect.
Woo!
Again, shoutouts to the French restream.
Oh,
While we're at it, shoutouts to the Portuguese restream.
shout out to all the reasons.
Yeah. Firons Espanol is unfortunately no longer restreaming this marathon, but we still appreciated their support over the first 2 days.
And now we take the bed, and this is why like dying there is actually probably one of the better points in the run. I'm gonna want all my Pokemon alive, and that bed here will heal them. So the fact that one of my HM slaves died, like if the next fight somehow I magically died and I had to use my revive, that'd be much worse than if I had to use it there. So all my Pokemon are alive. All I need to do is get an extra revive, which is really unfortunate. Like, of course that would happen, but it's okay. So this rival fight is much easier than the last time we fought her. Alright. X attack. So we're gonna strength there to kill it. And now we're just really bulked up compared to this mobile. So now strength, we're faster because of the X speed, and one shot because of the X attack. Oh, that feels good. After like, there's no good way of dealing with him in Rival 2. It feels good to deal with that.
It's a nice form of catharsis.
Yeah, exactly. And this Pelipper will always use Protect right away. Oh, it double protected. That is not good.
Oh my.
So Protect has a high chance of failure if you use it 2 times in a row. Okay. So I'm gonna do something. Protect. All right. So I'm trying to manage my PV because it kind of matters. So don't protect.
Okay, well.
We're trying to play Guess Who Protect with this Pelipper. It will always protect the first turn it comes out in this fight here. So we lead Rock Smash, and then it's pretty likely to protect again if it has the high success rate. But that's a really weird fight. Double protect like almost never happens.
Yeah. If you've ever tried to double protect, you know it doesn't usually work.
And then, hey, Scott, it's been a while. Ever since the last time I saw you, things have gone pretty poorly. Let's hope next time I have better news. Alright. Whoops. Wow. Alright. Cool. And then I need to... Oof. Now I need to repel. So we're gonna go into the Pokemon Center here to set the work point. Oh, whoops. My bad. And this is my least favorite section in the game. Just because, like, the movement's fun, like the rest of the run, but something about it, I just don't like it very much. I don't know. It just feels weird. And then also, you have to kind of, like, go through this whole sequence of events all the time here. I don't know. It's probably my least favorite section of the run practice. Alright, so if I hit an optional, number one thing I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna stop reset. We're gonna get through this. It's fine.
Will you donate $3?
No, maybe, I don't know. The fear. Wait, didn't I hit an optional like really early on? Okay, for the entire run we'll count optional. So I think it's $9.
Okay,
Because
seems
we have the
fine.
Shroomish trainer, right?
Yeah.
I hit an optional.
12.
12. So that's the annoying part with the Mach Bike. We're trying to like manipulate him here, but if you like try to like bonk and it doesn't work out, you can just kind of go a little too far. And I wanted to line up right next to him. The annoying part about hitting optionals here is we really have to care about our PP management. So I am going to try to balance out surf and strength as much as I can. We can kind of make up for it here and there, but we're not going to go. We're going to go a while without healing and adding more PP to our Pokemon. So I just have to watch out for it and make sure I don't overuse my moves. All right, so we're at $12. So I'm going to repel here. I think this is why I hate that section. That trainer, just something about him. I hit him quite a bit. I've practiced it. I still hit him. At this point, I'm just like, I'm sick of hitting him. I don't even want to practice with him anymore. Which means I need to practice more.
Yeah.
All right, so 15.
Oh boy.
I'm a little scared. I don't hit this girl very often.
Good Pokemon.
Okay, Kecleon. We're gonna mud shot because I really need to care about PP.
I was gonna say your PP is.
And I don't think I one shot a Kecleon anyways.
Yeah.
Bind is. I could also center, I guess, but we'll try to play it safe instead of doing anything else. Okay, so poison, ground. Woo!
Nice.
That's good. Hey, we didn't miss any mud shots, so that's good. At this point, you're gonna see us like rarely use mud shot. Oh, I'm so sad. We're about to like rare candy. And like at this point, like we're so close to the next level.
There's almost no point in rare candying.
Yeah, that's so funny. Well, if I hit another optional,
just hit more optionals, forehead.
Yeah, exactly, forehead. All right, so we're gonna swap Roma here, and then we're gonna take the beloved item of Mystic Water, because at this point, like we are not using. Woo! Run a bike, cool.
Yeah.
So we are not using Mudshot very much. So we are going to be using Surf a little bit here. So this is the rare candy I'm talking about. That was like maybe like 150 XP or something like that.
Yeah.
So not very helpful, but it's fine. So now we are going to be getting Swampert here. Swampert is obviously much better. It's pretty strong, and we're going to really see it start destroying a lot of generators. We're also going to give that Mystic Water we just took from the Castform. And Castform is actually really helpful for the speedrun. We're going to have to do some double battles. There's no avoiding that. You have to do a double battle in this game. So we are going to actually be using Castform of all things.
Yes.
So this is the most important thing. I'm going to Shockwave here, and I'm going to be very slow about it. Wingull can learn Shockwave.
Why?
Do not ask me why. I do not understand.
He accidentally taught it to Wingull in practice too.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, make sure. Just don't do that.
You did it. I'm proud of you.
Okay, yeah, I missed a run bike, but that's okay. Didn't hit an optional. We're fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go in like 20 minutes.
Oh, that's totally fine. Well, thank you so much for being here, Alex. I love when you commentate my runs.
No, you.
No, you didn't. So Mount Pyre here is actually a really easy section of the run. We now have the Swampert, and he's going to be very powerful. We don't have to worry about too much. Darn it. So close to perfect, but not perfect enough. Final evolution hype, right? I also have forgotten. I can see chat this turned up. I'm so sorry I've ignored you. I love you all.
I've been looking at it the whole time. I just didn't really have much to say. To be honest.
Alright.
I mean, most of it's directed toward you, which it should be.
Yeah. I'm just barely reading it. I apologize. I will give you the attention you all deserve. So, up next is going to be our first double battle. Double battles were introduced in Gen 3, and they are a really cool mechanic. I think at the start, a lot of people didn't think they were too interesting, but as they appeared in more Pokemon games, I think that overall the community really likes double battles. As a speedrunner, we hate them. They're not fun to deal with at all.
I mean, it's the format of VGC.
Yeah.
Competitively.
Yeah, exactly. Like Coliseum is entirely double battles too. and all
Yep.
that, which is it's really cool. It's a really cool mechanic. But as a speedrunner, we often try to avoid them. You'll see me. I think earlier in the run there were some double battles. I fought each trainer individually. This is actually faster to just do that than having to deal with it. Let's go back straight. So, in this fight, we want to kill this Poochyena right away, because we want Roma here to one-shot this Carvana. If it doesn't, not a big deal, but if it one-shots it, it's great.
Nice.
Oh, good job, Roma. Roma, I want you to know, the best cast form I've had in weeks. Most of them miss that. And now we just, my notes literally just say spam. It's like, okay,
Sick.
yeah, I can do that.
Easy. Easy game.
And then this next Pokemon, yeah, well, I'm just trying to conserve strengths at this point from the optimals we hit, but it's fine, it's fine. It's a marathon run. We'll get through it.
Stuff happens.
Stuff happens. So in Gen 3, most of the rare candies are like way later in the run. Earlier Pokemon games, like you get a decent amount of rare candies early. In Gen 3, they really kind of put them like later in the game, which kind of stinks for a speedrun. We don't repel here because we're not dealing with too much grass. So first Tahoe encounter, that's awesome. Not even a shiny, come on.
SMH.
Yeah,
Shaking my SMH. They swapped the rare candies with the name raider.
Yeah, exactly.
Normally the name raider's later and the rare candies are earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, there we go. I was looking at Roma like, where's my food? I need it. Alright. So now, well, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I don't want to worry about PP later.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just gonna sit there here. It's fine.
Quick reminder that the Rayquaza bid war is still open.
Yep. The Rayquaza is gonna be the last bid war. It's gonna be the Pokemon that we end this out, and it's gonna kind of get a lot of love in this game because it's a special edition Pokemon added in this one, and there's a whole cutscene with it. So
Oh yeah.
it's gonna be great.
And the whole movement section leading up to it.
Yeah, exactly. So this gym is kind of cool. I really like the concepts of like solving puzzles like this. I actually think these puzzles are kind of hard,
It's-
like casually.
It's
so.
the idiot test and everyone fails it.
Alright, and just in case, I do kind of need to save at some point here, so I'm gonna save it here.
Understandable.
And we're not even saving for our main Pokemon. We're not saving for Lapras here. We're actually saving for the Cast form. We don't want the Cast form to die because I don't have that revive. So we need Roma here to kind of do certain things. So we are going to just be very careful here and make sure that Roma doesn't die. So we kill the left Pokemon here, and then we Shockwave, and then we are going to kill the Pelipper as well because he can be annoying, and then we are going to let Roma start dealing with the Swallow. So Swallow, what he can do is kind of just spam double team, already double team at once. And the nice thing about Shockwave is it will never miss. So we can kind of let Roma deal with the Swallow if we need to, because we can waste a lot of surfs here if that's just kind of how things are going. now we're gonna one-shot the surf here. And then this is my favorite strat in this entire game. So we have to fight a Tropius, okay? So Tropius is very good against us. Keep in mind, we fought like barely any grass-type Pokemon. And grass is a 4 times effectiveness against us.
Yes.
This is a Tropius. He knows Razor Leaf. This is not going to be good. So I'm going to let this strategy kind of play out, and then I'll kind of talk about why it's so good. So we're going to Strength with Lapras here. We're going to Strength again. Lapras is going to die. And then Roma's going to be sent out here. And then Roma has a move that we're only going to use once in the entire run called Poison Powder. It's ice and it's 4 times effective against Tropius.
You said poison powder. That is not.
Oh, the Powder Snow.
Powder Snow, yeah.
It knows Powder Snow. So, thank goodness for Powder Snow. So basically, that Tropius is 4 times effective to us, and then we come out and we do the exact same thing to it. So a couple things are going to happen in this menu. I am going to Elixir my dead Pokemon, and then I'm going to Rare Candy it. And in older generations of Pokemon, you can actually revive your Pokemon with the Rare Candy, which is really great.
Yeah.
And now we're going to save. And then I Potion, so we're at High Torrent. So we deal a lot of damage with Surf, and we're going to use that to our advantage in this fight. So we can Rare Candy, so we know we're at low HP. Being low HP for the next section is not that scary, and it's just good. So we're going to X attack, and hope. That's Perish Song? That's why we save.
Yeah.
So this Swablu isn't likely a Perish Song, and if it does, it's very annoying. If we get Perish Song, there's like nothing we can do. It's better to just swap out. It's better to just reset our Pokemon. Perish Song will automatically faint our Pokemon if we don't swap out, and then
Within like 3 turns?
yeah, in 3 turns. And we don't really have a good chance to swap out because we are using our X items. And when you swap, you lose your X items. So this is more likely getting Mirror Move. So now we're going to do the normal fight. So everyone should be very scared of this next Pokemon, okay? I am not scared of it, though. There's a Tropius. Remember how bad the last one was? This one's nothing because it knows Solar Beam. And because it's 4 times effective, it will always Solar Beam. And that's a 2-turn move. So we're able to just 2-shot it with Strength. And now, remember Pelipper's always leading with Protect?
Yo.
Guess what?
Leading with Protect.
It will keep spamming Protect until it gets one. So until it blocks one, this Pelipper is basically programmed to keep doing it. So Protect, we use a Rock Smash. And then we are going to now hope for the non-double Protect like last time. And Strength. And now this is why Surf is helpful in this fight. We're now going... Sorry, Torrent is helpful in this fight. We're going to Surf. And then we're going to Strength this very terrifying Pokemon.
I mean, Surf is helpful too.
Yeah, exactly. it really is. So
The combination, really.
Altaria is a very scary Pokemon. I think casually this is one of the hardest gyms in the entire game. Like, right after Norman, too. Like,
Yeah.
Altaria is very good. And we just kind of show up and we use a bunch of X items. Alright, if you guys are invested in the can pseudo hit every single optional in this entire game, we're coming up to another section. And it's where I hit an optional most consistently. So, get excited for that.
I'm very invested. We're at $15 so far.
Nice, yeah. Might be 18, might be 300 by the end of the night. If it gets that high, can someone please drive me home? Hoping that I still have a home. Alright, so we just beat Winona, and now we're gonna come to the section. Almost every single Pokemon game has this, like a section where you just kind of, you stop like fighting gym leaders, and you more so just deal with evil teams. So we're gonna first deal with Team Magma, and then we're gonna deal with Team Aqua. So, and I haven't talked about it too much. There's random phone calls in like Emerald, and unlike Gen 2 where you have to say yes, they are forced.
Oh, right into the sign.
But we're good now. They're forced in Emerald. So if you have a live battery, they randomly happen throughout the run. But since we have a dry battery, they won't happen unless you soft reset. So in a normal world record run, you're not going to see random phone calls. The ones you see are scripted events where like someone in person tells you something that's happening. But we're not going to get any random ones. In this run, we've already seen them. I just haven't talked about it. Random phone calls can still happen with a dry battery. It basically just kind of decides by what frame you... Oh, whoops, I didn't tell. Whoops. Hi, Geodude. How's it going? Goodbye, friend.
Bye, Geodude.
Bye, Geodude. I got too distracted talking. Time to super rebel.
Was a good thing to touch on.
Yeah, we just wanted to see if we could get a shiny.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Rayquaza still has a chance to be shiny, by the way. Even if we manip it, it still has a chance to be shiny. Alright, so, what was I saying? Something about something not important. But,
Phone calls.
Oh yeah, phone calls. So the game basically looks at your random seed at the beginning and will kind of just determine like, oh, should this person get a phone call? And then you still get phone calls with a dry battery. Every single time you soft reset, after like 10 steps or so, you have a chance to get a random phone call. So they've been happening now and again because we've had to save and reset and do all these things.
So what you're saying is you should reset every 10 steps so you don't get called.
Exactly. Resave, reset. So after this fight is kind of this movement that if you mess up, you're very likely to hit an optional. Because this is really cool. They have two trainers running in different directions. So if you mess up the movement, like you kind of are in a really stinky situation. So let's see. Nope, I'm gonna go down. Alright, wait.
Nice.
I already messed up the movement. Like normally you just want to go past them super fast. But when I bumped, it's like, okay, let's just take it slow.
Yeah.
So we didn't hit an optional, which is good. But if you did that perfectly, you go down and you like barely pass this guy right as he stops looking at you. Alright, so now we're gonna strength again. So this entire section, we're just going to be strengthening a lot. We're going to really be taking down the very weak Team Magma. They are not prepared by this point in the run. I've been wondering when my repel was going to run out. There's one scary fight in this area, and I'm going to save for it because it can go bad, but for a lot of this, it's just us very quickly strengthening things down. And if we were higher health, I wouldn't have to save, but saving, being Torrent is very helpful. If you try to go in at full health, the fight that's kind of scary is actually even worse, because you just don't one-shot the Pokemon that you need. For people that are kind of new to watching Pokemon speedruns, one thing I get a lot is like, why not just like go in at high health, right? Well, why not just do that? It's just that Torrent is so helpful. Yes, you're low HP and you're like risking it. It's not like Gen 1 where Red Bar just saves time. Torrent is kind of needed at some point starting to run. Because without it, you just don't have the stats you need to deal with a Pokemon. And just one-shotting something is almost better than sometimes just trying to deal with it with another way at full health. So this is one of the few fights that can be a double, can be a single battle, like two single battles, that we're going to approach with a double battle. After we got Surf, fighting double battles becomes more manageable because we can just surf them down. And we have Cast Storm, who's fine. So we're just going to spam A here, and Surf is going to kill both of them.
Yep. Surf is a good move, especially in Torrent.
Exactly. 50% is a lot. If you just think of Torrent, like, from just alone increasing the base power of Surf, that, like, puts it in, like, Hyper Beam, like,
Yeah,
range of
145.
power. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Which is really good.
Plus stab.
Yeah. Plus stab and all that. It's just a lot of damage. And that's why, like, a Naughty Nature is so good for this run. Because you don't want lower special defense and defense. If we can just Torrent abuse a lot of these fights, that's almost better.
I should clarify for those who might not know. Stab is the same type of attack bonus, so if your attack is the same type as your Pokemon, small bonus. Just in case there's anybody out there who didn't know.
Yeah, I think that was 25% if I recall.
I think it's 20.
20 or 25, something like that. So it's definitely like significant, but many Pokemon players just kind of actually forget about it. Like most of the time, it's usually the same type of your Pokemon, so because that's what they went into.
It's easy to forget about, especially if you want a lot of type coverage and stuff.
Alright, so the next fight is against Maxie, and that's the kind of scary one. And when I'm swerving this game, there's this one Pokemon that you'll see that I always get really nervous for, and I heal many times for, even though I don't need to. And you'll see why in a moment. Alright, so I'm going to save for him just in case, because we can take a little too much damage, like a crit can happen right here. So we'll just save just in case. But this is why we definitely want to be in Torrent. This Maxie fight, we're going to fight him again. You want Torrent for because you just can't deal with Mighty Animus very well without him, and they deal a ton of damage actually. For example, my notes for the next Maxie fight is if not in Torrent, X attack turn 1 and pray. So it's really good to be in Torrent because you can't manage it very well. So right here, it's Surf, and then this is gonna go down. So the next Pokemon is the one that is a little bit scary. So we have just enough HP that if he doesn't crit us, we're gonna live. But we're not gonna one-shot. The wing attack, so we barely live. And oh no! He was faster than us. But Maxie's AI tells him that he's gonna die. And he potions his Crobat, and we kill him. So it's a really kind of cool strategy where we actually want to be low HP for a decent while. So this is an even better way of keeping that low HP. Because eventually we would probably level out. So that's Maxie down. And now we're going to... We name her. Yes, we did. Okay.
Yes.
We're actually heading to Slateboard quick. This is my least favorite part of like Gen 3 casually, is a lot of times you don't know where to go in Gen 3. Like everyone jokes like in Gen... Did I just do it? Yes, I did do the right thing. I don't know why. I'm just like, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Well, my muscle memory's got me. I instantly opened up the menu. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta fly now. Whoops. That old lady's there all the time.
She runs a bike directly into an old lady.
Yeah, I just hit an old lady, and now she's talking to that person about how rude the young generation is today.
Oh, unfortunately, I do have to leave, so.
Well, thank you, Helix.
Thank you very much for having me.
At your tournament, and good luck.
Thank you. Good luck to you, too.
Thanks.
$15 post-Watson save.
$15 post-Watson save, we got this. It will be 15.
Take good care of my plushes. Are you leaving after this?
Oh, yep.
All right, well, this is actually just goodbye for the marathon then, so.
Goodbye, friend.
When you can fist bump. See you around.
See ya.
Back hosting for Hollow Knight, though, so you will hear more of me later.
So, a submarine was just stolen. Yeah, are we going to talk about that? No. Okay, cool. We'll just move on. Mankey, fly me. So, this is the annoying part of Gen 3. Like, you don't really know that you're supposed to go back to Slateboard and all that. And now you just have to go to Lily Cove, and now you can finally fight Team Aqua. So the Aqua Hideout is one of the, we're going to go a certain direction that you're not going to see in like a normal run. Because it's a marathon and all that, we are going to pick up the Master Ball. Because we're going to need Rayquaza, and a Master Ball is a really good backup. Normally, you YOLO Ball it, it's part of the NIP. But for marathon safety, we're going to pick up the Master Ball. Because this is almost better to deal with that than, oops, I was supposed to go left here. You can tell I don't come here very often. So this Master Ball is actually pretty fast to get because you come to this room and 2 of these are electrodes, I believe, and 2 of them are items. You actually don't have to fight an electrode. You just come in here, grab a nugget, grab a Master Ball, and we're good to go. And now we can just head back and continue. So, as the Master Ball goes, this one's actually pretty easy to get. And then we're back on the normal path. So I'm gonna pause here, because I'm pretty sure she can hit you if you go get the Master Ball and you just block it full pace. But I don't really know. But anyways, here we are. We're gonna do another double battle. We're going to do 2 double battles, and we're basically just going to really count Surf. Surf at this point is just insane. So, I'm going to Surf here, and then I intentionally Shockwave with Roma, because the next Pokemon we want to be hurt a little bit. Oh wow, Roman, good job. That's a nice crit. Doesn't really matter we're still gonna Surf here, but I'm quite surprised that worked. Nice crit, Roman, good job. Alright, so the next double battle is gonna be basically the same thing. And I have no idea why this guy talks to you. I think it's a programming error if I had to guess. But that guy will automatically talk to you. And it's not like he tells you anything important. It just like assumes that you talk to him after, which is really strange. Whoops. So we're gonna come up here, and then this is one of the double battles. And this one's even easier. They just have 1 Pokemon each, and Surf will kill them. So we're just gonna mash that. Surf here in Torrent is enough to just kill everything. Even though it's a Carbon, it doesn't even matter. So we're coming to the end of the section of the run where we're kind of just dealing with Team Aqua or Team Aqua. We're getting to the part of the run where we're going to be fighting some gym leaders, and then we're going to go right back into Sword. So there's one more fight in this area. It's against this guy called Matt, and just to talk about like the remakes of these games, they're actually probably some of my favorite remakes. Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire just takes all these characters in this really cool world and just makes it like way more cartoony and fun. Like Matt in the remakes is like this really like macho guy who wants to like help Maxie no matter what. It's really fun. If you've never checked out the remakes of these games, but you still love Gen 3, I would definitely recommend checking them out. There's a lot done right in them, but there's still a lot done wrong. They're probably the easiest Pokemon games to do. So unfortunately, the sub ran away, but now we can move on and we can go fight the next gym leader. If you're keeping track, we are gonna go fight the 7th gym leader right now. So on our way out, we take this teleport pad, and it actually brings us right to Maxie's ether, basically, if we retake the teleport. So we're getting low on PP, so we basically pick it up, and we're going to use it right away. So when we're out here, I am going to do a couple things. We are going to use our last super repel, and then I am going to use this max elixir on the right Pokemon, and then I'm going to energy root to full health here. So we've kept Torrent for quite a while. And we're going to come down here, and then we're going to fight this trainer first. This is a double battle that we're choosing to only fight one of them. The other one's a spinner, so we can kind of avoid her. And then this Gyarados we're actually going to use to get to good HP. So I want to be, we want to be perfect. That is the exact HP we want to be. That is the max HP we want. So 117. So we're just able to strength this. If Gyarados kept Dragon Dancing or something, we would just actually stall with Button Shot until we took the damage. The next gym is kind of tricky, and we want Torrent for it. Alright, there we go. So we're going to bag Manipur. Surfing in this game is actually pretty fast. I really like that they made it that surfing isn't like really slow anymore. And then we're in the next town, and we're immediately going to go to the next gym. One thing I'm going to look at here is the task form HP. I'm going to save because, wait. I'm glad I'm saving. Guess what I almost forgot? Remember that revive we had to use way long ago? I need it now. So we're going to come in here. We're going to do some shopping before. Normally we save this for later, but I'm just going to do it now since we're here. So I need some hyper potions, and then I need one revive, and then I also need a couple actual things. So I need some X repels, and then I need some X attacks. And we're good to go. So this is the revive that I had to burn before because we missed a really likely range. Not a big deal. I'm going to go in this fight now. For some reason I have to load this save. We'll have to redo the shopping, but that's okay. So we really want to make sure that our cast form is damaged to some degree. And I don't remember if the cast form is damaged yet. So we're going to strength, and then we're going to shut. So we want Roma here to take some damage. Otherwise I have to play an upcoming fight a little bit different. Alright, that's unfortunate, but now we basically have to, when we're saving for the next gym leader, swap Roma in a different Pokemon. We want a Pokemon that is low HP to start with. So we'll just deal with that later. Not too big of a deal. So the whole gimmick in this gym is there's these tiles, and then you can kind of do double battles if you want, or if you're clever with these switches, you can fight solo battles instead. So now we have Natu here, and we're gonna strengthen him. The minions in this gym are very easy to deal with. We're gonna one-shot all of them. Unfortunately, I don't have a potion. I am like at the perfect HP where a potion would make the next gym leader we're about to fight like really easy, but we're gonna just kind of have to play it by ear. This is not the best HP. We got Thrash hit in pretty high rolls each time. If we were just a tiny bit higher HP, it would be really good, but we're a little low. Thrash rolled really well for both the times. So we're almost through the puzzle section. There's this trainer and another trainer, and then we're off to fight. Oh, wow. I've never seen this Metatite live. Huh. Well, Lapis, who's Rock Smash? I probably could have just strength again, but might as well make sure my PP is good. Oh, that's because I was supposed to surf that. Oops. My bad. That's okay. I'm like, that never lives. That's because I'm not supposed to strength that. That's probably why. This is the Pokemon I was supposed to strength. I got him confused in my mind. My bad. Go, strength. Not a big deal because we actually want to use Surfs later on. We're kind of going to be carried by Torrent and Surf for a lot of the late game until we get Rayquaza. Alright, and that is all the puzzles done, and we're going to come in here, and then I'm going to save one. Whoops, I have to swap these two, because Roma, you didn't take any damage like you're supposed to. Bad Roma. Alright, anyways, we're going to save here, and then we're going to take on the double gym leaders here. So Tayden Liza in Emerald is much, much better than in Ruby Sapphire. In Ruby Sapphire, they have random AI, so they'll use random attacks on random opponents. It's really bad. In this game, they have improved AI, so they'll actually do what we want. Where am I? Okay. And then I need to X special. Yep, okay. I just want to double check here. And then we want Goobra here to take some damage. And then this is the change. Normally Castrome's here, and he would be low HP, so they'll still do that. But I need to send out Castrome here, because he needs to take damage. Okay, that's really, really bad. Alright, we can try very hard to recover from this. It's totally doable, but that is not what I wanted to see happen. Earthquake crit is really bad. Alright, and now we need to revive here, which is why I really didn't want to have to deal with this, but it's fine. We can kind of recover one more time here. So I need to use 1x speed in this fight as well. So now I am going to where am I? I need to X speed. And then with this Pokemon, I am going to Energy Root. Oh wait, hold on. I need to Energy Powder Lapras here. This is a really hard fight when you get crit. And unfortunately, I am uncertain if what Play Doh is going to do here, because I sent out. Okay, good. We're good. Alright, so this is going to be pretty interesting. We want to get into Torrent here, but because we sent out Wingull, ooh, this is really bad. Alright. Alright. I think we might be dead because of the crit. Let's see what happens here. Unfortunately, we didn't crit. That would be really good, actually. If Xatu puts us into Torrent, we might be fine. 1 HP! Alright, I think we're fine, actually. That is definitely not what we wanted to see, but it works. You know what? I'll call this planned. The fact that we didn't die to Tayden Liza is... Ooh, that was a low roll, though. I don't know. Xatu should die, but I'm uncertain. Come on. Get the roll. That'd be so good. No. Okay. Unfortunately, we have to redo that fight. Oh, that was so close. Because Calm Mind just also increases the special defense. So that's unfortunate, but let's hope. I'm going to double check. Yep, Gubra's in the front. I did the menu first, then save. It was so close, but we wound up not doing it. Excuse me. So let's not get crit this time, and then we'll probably be good. I did make one small mistake in there. It's hard to like do this fight optimally sometimes because there's just a lot going on. Double battles can be a lot. I'm still like getting used to them. Okay, so Gubra fainted, and now we're able to send out the cast farm, so he gets damaged by this earthquake crit. Okay, good. It didn't crit. Good. So now he's damaged, which is good. And now I'm able to do like the normal fight. We're going to X speed. And then over here, we're going to use that revive that we just bought. And then I am going to revive Gubra. And the reason why we need the revive here is we want to make sure that we have a Pokemon just in case. Okay, so this is good. So they are going to kill. They are going to kill Mankey here. Alright. So Xatu here is going to kill Mankey. Gubra's going to get some XP, so is Mankey. Woo! This fight, like, this is the annoying part if, like, you have to swap it all out. Like, oh, you just have to deal with this. It's like, great, we're faster, and now these guys get the experience. Wow. If Cast Form is hurt at the beginning, you don't have to deal with this nearly as much. We basically have one extra Pokemon because of it. But Xatu is going to Psychic, and then we're dead. That's unfortunate. Okay, so let's hopefully this fight goes better the third time. All right. So we had a 50-50 shot who Xatu was going to fight. Who Xatu was going to Psychic there. So for safety, next time I could try to Super Potion and deal with it that way. That's probably the better play. We'll have to do that if the same fight occurs. Alright. So once again, X Special. Swap Pokemon. Roma, you need to take damage now. This fight is so much more straightforward if the cast form's hurt, unfortunately. Okay, or he can just die. Wow. Our that super defense must be really low. But fortunately, this is actually the normal fight, actually, now, which is really good. Alright, and then we can X speed. And then we need to use the revive. To here. And we can send out either of them, that's fine. Alright, and this is why this is really good. Because Xatu doesn't think that it can kill us, but it knows it can kill Gubra here. So we're going to Surf. We are not in Torrent, okay? So we don't want to be in Torrent yet. So we get the Xatu down to this HP. Gubra dies to Psychic. And then because Claydol knew it could hit both of us, it'll use Earthquake. We are now in Torrent, and now this fight is free, except for one tiny thing. One of the next two Pokemon can live Surf if I roll a min roll. Whenever we do a damage roll, it rolls a value between 1 and 16. If we roll the highest or the lowest value, so we have a 1 in 16 chance to not kill this Pokemon and have to redo this fight. So let's hope that doesn't happen. That's all I care about. Alright, good. That's the one that is guaranteed to die because it's part fire. But this Lunatone can live. And it didn't happen. We did it. We're through this fight. So you can kind of just see how crazy this fight is in Emerald. I didn't play it the best. There were a couple things I could have done to be safer. I kind of defaulted too much to like PB strats. The second one I think I could have saved. The first one with the crit was pretty lost, though. Just because we were such low health to begin with, and we got crit, meant that we just couldn't really play around with our HP too much. But we're through, and we're moving on to kind of the rest of the game. And honestly, it's much easier from here on out. Yeah, we did it. We're through, and now on the story. So once again, we have to deal with Team Magma, then Team Aqua. So we have a lot of back-to-back fights here that are going to be pretty fast and pretty simple. I'm still going to make sure I have a pretty decent PP count here because after the fights here, we're going to need at least 3 surfs to continue because we're still using our main Pokemon here of Lapras, but we're going to be getting Rayquaza here soon. So we're going to kind of be managing our PP just so we have enough to get to Rayquaza. We have plenty of surfs though, so I don't think this is going to be much of an issue. So Team Magma is just Mighty Anna's all day, and the imitation, the Intimidate ability animation is so slow, and you just kind of have to deal with it in these sections. Carvana doesn't have anything like that really, besides rough skin. I don't remember, maybe Sharpedo also knows Intimidate, but whenever you have to deal with an ability animation, it's such a slogfest in Gen 3 because, like I said, you kind of just have to sit there. You can't speed up animations just by clearing the text box or anything. They'll just be there for a set amount of time. It's quite annoying that a lot of the fights we actually don't have control over making them faster. So we have to do 3 fights back to back, and I kind of wish that they just like did a triple battle, even though that was introduced later. I think that would have been really fun, just having one random really hard like triple battle fight back in Gen 3. But heck, double battles were complicated enough. I don't think they could have really done it well.
Let me know.
Yeah, now's a good time.
Oh, awesome. We have a $25 donation from Vogan saying, congrats on hitting 3K. Great work. Thank you very much, Vogan.
Thank you to everyone who's donated. This has been amazing watching all the donations come in. You all have been kind, and we have reached an amazing amount, but we can keep it going. We can reach even better. The sky's the limit. It really is. All right, so this next fight is super annoying. I'm going to save for it. That's how much I dislike this next fight. So you'll notice I'm at 33 HP. We want to be in Torrent, and my notes say heal to 33 plus. So this is why I'm saving. We're at the bare minimum. I have a bunch of damage ranges, so I can play as safe as I can. But a crit can always happen, and it can just really be annoying. Double battles are just... I don't know why Pokemon keeps doing this. They want you to do a double battle with someone else, right? And it, like, I already have to deal with the RNG of like the opposing team, but now that I have to deal with like just another person, this Metan almost never does what I want. And it's like, please just hit the Pokemon. That's all I want. Like, instead he'll like be like defending himself, and I'm like, I don't care, do damage, we're trying to go fast. But so we're gonna guard spec here because Mighty Anna can do things like Swagger, and we don't want to deal with that. That's already a bad start. We actually want the Metan to be dealing some damage. And so him being already confused is not the best start, but it'll turn out okay. And this is the #1 reason why we use the guard spec. We don't want to be slower. Also, I think I used this before, but in Gen 3, you can actually hit start in a double battle, and it will change your HP bar, so you can actually see your actual HP value. So a lot of people will randomly be like, where's your HP bar? Well, you can just hit start, and you can swap between these two modes. It's really nice. Wow, Metan hit himself every single time. He's done absolutely nothing. That's so sad. Alright, so, I think I level up here. And if not, I'm wondering if I need to play around a high roll. A 1 in 16 high roll can kill me. Well, it's actually 15 out of 16. So I have a 1 in 8 chance of dying to this Crobat. Oh, perfect! Metan actually did damage. That's good. Never mind. We're fine. That was actually a really good fight, and we're still in Torn. And there's that level up. Great. We did it. Cool. So that is one of the more annoying fights because it's a double battle. But we only have one more fight before we get Rayquaza. So a lot of this is going to be movement and kind of going through some story. I think it's only one. I don't think I'm remembering anything. So I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So we only have one more battle with our beloved Lapras here. But before that, we're gonna pick up Dive. We're gonna need this to progress the story. Okay. That was terrible movement, but I also get blocked by one of the girls. I was in the perfect line, and then I got messed up. It's okay though. So we're gonna get Dive here. We're gonna teach it. We're finally going to turn Lapras into the HM slave that it is. Dive will be its final 4th HM. It's been great, but you're starting to fall off a little bit, Lapras, and we need to be as optimal as possible. So we're going to max Repel, and then we are going to teach Dive over Mudshot. And he is complete. Alright, so we're going to head to the C4 Caverns, which is probably one of my favorite sections of Gen 3 when I was a kid. I just thought it was so cool that you could, like, dive underwater and explore caves. And I'm kind of sad that in the speedrun, since we don't fight, like, all the people, it's actually really short. We're only going to be here a tiny amount. So I am going to run a bike another trainer, and this is definitely one I could hit because it's kind of a short run to bike. So let's hope it goes well. So we're going to manipulate him to look right, and then we're going to go right below him. So, but first here, we're going to do some strength pushes. Strength on the Mach Bike is actually very slow. Okay, I'm just going to bag manip him because I already messed up the run to bike. And we're actually going to get off our bike here. Whenever you're going to do a bunch of strengths in a row, it's actually faster to run. So even though we could bike for certain sections, because the Mach Bike has that acceleration period, it's just faster to run through these sections. And now we have this water puzzle, which for some reason as a kid was very hard for me to deal with. But it's just hold right and then left, and then you're basically done. So we have 2 rooms where we're gonna solve this puzzle here. So you don't have to solve this puzzle. You have to do a double battle. But the puzzle's much faster than dealing with that double battle. So we're about to try a trick called Polka Guy Skip. Give me 1 second here. Bam, bam. We did it. So Polka Guy's a fantastic Pokemon runner, one of the best out there. Probably like literally one of the best. And there's an old world record where he messes up that puzzle at the very end and still gets a world record. So anyone who does it right can say they do a Polka Guy skip. All right, so I'm saving for this fight because it can go poorly. We are in a really good spot though because we're in Torrent. Without Torrent, this is the fight I said that my notes are like if not in Torrent, X Special and Prey. But since we're in Torrent, it's not that big of a deal. So we're gonna surf. And then this Crobat can be a little annoying. We are going to X speed. Okay, now we have to heal. We're gonna use an energy powder. And now we are going to X Special, and then as long as we don't get crit here, we are going to use 2 more surfs, and then we win the fight. So this is the last time we'll see Lapras do actual fighting. So thank you for all your hard work, Lapis, but we're moving on to bigger and better things, and I think it's time we see other Pokemon. Cutscenes. So now we have to deal with quite a bit of cutscenes, and we're going to be basically hopping back and forth between quite a few locations. There's some clever routing that we do here, though. I shouldn't say we. It's not like I came up with that. I'm just following the route. But since we're here already, we're kind of close to where we're going to have to go for a Quasi Sky Pillar. So I'm actually going to take this time to surf down a little bit, get a fly point, and then fly away. So we're going to do the surfing now to get to this new town we're going to have to come back to, since we're kind of already halfway there. And then we'll just fly to it later. So it's going to look a little weird. We're going to like surf down here, get a fly point, fly away, trigger a story point, and then fly. You'll see. We're going to be doing quite a bit of running around. But first, we have to talk to Steven here. Steven is going to tell us about why the world's all terrible and why we need to fix it. And I'm just wondering when we get to go fight another gym leader at this point. So we're going to hop on Swampert here. Okay, Brandon is going to do a phone call, which scared me because I always forget about this one for some reason. So there's a trainer here, but we can go right past him. Oh, I forgot about this trainer. I thought he was a little bit further up. Okay, this is another optional, so I think we're at 18 now. Fortunately for me, though, I do have some strengths. Shout out to Wanley, who basically always says practice this section over and over again because there are so many trainers and you can just hit so many of them. So I'm going to be safe moving on because the trainers will be in a different spot than I'm used to now because after a fight they'll have like a little bit of time to move around. So not a big deal, we have strength, so we just get to see more of Lapras. That's the plus of this. But he's really not going to fight anymore, so this is actually like pointless XP. Okay, so where's this chicken? Okay. Alright, so then I am going to go down here. Alright. Okay, so we're going to be coming up on these two people kind of going back and forth. And I'm going to line it up, just cool. So So now this should be the same as I'm used to. We're gonna go up. Oh no! I went too far up. Normally you go like left here, and I try to go down, and I thought he was one left. Well, more of Lapras. I wonder if this thing uses Protect. Let's find out. It does not use Protect. We're good. But it does use Mist. Oh boy. Alright, so this is the last strength we have. So let's just hope that we don't hit another optional. So what is that? That is $21 for charity. Don't worry guys, I'm just trying to help us hit that 4,000 mark. Alright. And next call. We bag manip this spinner here, and then we have our warp point, and we're good. And then we're going to fly away. And now we're going to go back to Mossy Deep City, and then we are going to go immediately to a different town. Wait, I already repelled. Never mind. Normally, that's about where you repel. So we're going to go left here. We're going to go past a few things. We're going to come to the bottom here. And we're going to dive. And I don't know why they thought this was a good idea, but someone built a city where you have to go underwater to get to. And an entire gym is hidden behind you. But first, cutscenes. Woo! I love how Groudon's on this little piece of land. Like, what is he gonna do? Yeah, place your bets. Who's gonna win, honestly? Alright, so one cool thing between Emerald and Sapphire here is, for whatever reason, they have Steven walk you, and he's going to talk to us, like, on this way to the Cave of Origin. In Emerald and Sapphire, you have to bike this whole way, so they probably added Steven here because people were always confused on where to go. But in Emerald and Sapphire, they have to bike this entire path, and notice how it's, like, very annoying movement. So this is one of the harder movement sections in Sapphire. We don't have to worry about it in Emerald. So even though it's really cool to see on Mach Bike, I don't have to worry about it in Emerald, which is really cool. So we're in the Cave of Origin. I'm gonna basically go straight all the way here, and my repel is in a different spot than I'm used to, but we're fine. All right. So we're going to talk to Wallace here. And he's basically going to ask us if us, a young child, knows how to save the world. And of course we do. It's Rayquaza. And he's going to appear here and ask us if we happen to know where Rayquaza is. And we do. It's at Sky Pillar. And if you pick the wrong one, he'll basically keep asking you until you say the right one. And now we finally get to use our last escape rope. And then we're basically tasked with going and finding Rayquaza. And since this is a speedrun, I fortunately know where that is. As a kid, I had no idea where I was supposed to go. So now I'm going to repel again. And come down here. And I'm going to bag nip this guy. Oh. One more bag manip and then we're good. Turn. Thank you. That's the trainer I hit before, so I don't even have to worry about him. Alright, so this is Sky Pillar, which is a really cool segment. I also should have gotten on the bike already, my bad. Whoops. And we're going to have to go through Sky Pillar twice. So Sky Pillar 1 is kind of cool. I really like Sky Pillar because, like, you go through it once and it's, like, super easy. Basically, Sky Pillar is a movement challenge in Pokemon, which is super cool. because this is the gen that they kind of really focus more on the movement. So you'll kind of see how easy Sky Pillar 1 is compared to Sky Pillar 2. So we're going to go up over here, and then so far it's been perfect. Not that that's hard, really. Whoops. I think I fell. Whoa, I fell in Sky Pillar 1. Oh my goodness. That was my bad. As you might expect. Cool. So you need to fall here, and that's going to become more important than Sky Pillar 2. And then we're going to come down here, but first I need to repel again. So we have to come here. This is required. You come here to get Rayquaza to go and break up the fight between Groudon and Kyogre. Also, I wonder, what do you guys think? Is it Rayquaza or God, what's the other way that people say it? Rayquaza. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Rayquaza, but apparently the official way of saying it is Rayquaza. Alright, so here's another cutscene, and this one's actually really cool. I really like this one. So, Rayquaza's flying through the sky. Look at those clouds coming at you, too. It's so believable. Look at this. Wow. He's just shimmying down from the sky. I don't even want to guess how much money this cutscene costs to make in the day. Okay, and now Groudon's just walking backwards. Remember, he's on this tiny patch in the sea. Yeah, he's on this tiny patch of ground in the sea. So he's just going in the water. All right. So wow, that was good RNG. So depending on where you are in the cycle, the rain will end. It always ends at the same time, but depending on when you start the cutscene, depends on when the rain will end. So sometimes you'll be there for like a good 10-12 seconds. Alright. Oops. Turn, please. Thank you. So now we're going to be doing Sky Pillar 2, which is, in my opinion, some of the coolest movement in any Pokemon game. And I love it because Game Freak basically put a legendary Pokemon behind a movement challenge. So, like, you have to do this movement like I'm going to do, basically, as a casual to get Rayquaza. Whoops. Which is really cool, the fact that they have a really good legendary Pokemon behind can you do movement. That's awesome. Alright, so we need that repel to run out before the next floor, because the next floor is the one that we can fall down. That I fell down the first time. Oh, I fell. Darn it! I wanted to do Sky Pillar 2 perfect. So basically, that final floor is the last place you can fall. Okay, I can try to save this here. Oh. Give me 1 second here. Let's get back up there. There we go. So what was that, third try? Which is pretty bad. But we're coming up here, and that's, this room is my least favorite, actually. It's a lot of just one-tile turns, which is really kind of hard to deal with. So if you bonk once, it's really bad. If you can not bonk, it's actually kind of easy, but, okay, we're gonna have to close the Rayquaza, bid war about now, and, we are gonna be trying the final manip in this run.
All right, and Rayquaza's name is Baguette with a capital B.
Baguette. Okay, I might need help spelling that. I'm not the best speller, but we'll figure it out together. All right. Or if someone wants to type it in chat, that would be by far helpful. So we're going to try to YOLO ball Rayquaza, and if not, we got the Master Ball. Okay, so I haven't gotten 1 minute first try, so maybe this is it. Oh, so close. He'll kill me here, but it's fine. So I'm going to do the Manip one more time, but this time we're just going to Master Ball him. I wanted to try and see if we could YOLO ball him for the swag, but apparently not. It was close, though. Baguette. All right. So this time we're going to Master Ball him, which is much easier. So the YOLO ball is kind of hard with Rayquaza because depending on when you hit the frame to talk to him will kind of determine when you should throw the ball. So basically, if you hit the early Rayquaza, you have 4 frames. If you hit the late Rayquaza, you have 1 frame to YOLO ball. So the more consistent you are, the easier it is. So it's like less than 1% for a Rayquaza to get in the ball normally. So bag U-E-T-T-E. Baguette. All right. Woo! So now this is like the free part of the run. Give me 1 second here. I'm supposed to switch first. And then we get to look at what type of Rayquaza we got. So that is 29 HP. So I want you guys to know that I hit the first frame that second time, which is good. That is the best Rayquaza we can get. So this is a Brave Rayquaza. It has perfect attack. And basically from here on out, this Rayquaza is going to demolish every single Pokemon in its way. So, likely, if I would have tried the YOLO ball that last time instead of Master Balling it, I probably would have gotten it because we had first try Rayquaza, which means it was 4 frames. The first time I did it probably wasn't that high. I'm also going to do one thing here. I'm going to save just because so much has gone wrong. Normally, it's not a big deal. I'd rather take the 10 seconds here that if I do for some reason fall, this is going to make it that I don't lose 4 minutes. Instead, I lose just a tiny bit of time. Cool, we didn't fall in the ice puzzle. Wow, first time ever. All right, so this is Juan. You might be wondering where Wallace is. Emerald does something kind of weird. Steven is not the champion in Emerald. Instead, Wallace is the champion, and then we have Juan take his place here. So, shout out to Juan Leeways for running his own gym and being such an easy gym leader for us now that we have this Rayquaza. So, Rayquaza's just insane. He's level 70 by this point. This is probably the easiest late game of any Pokemon speedrun, just because normally the legendary you get is even lower level, but what was it? Oh, I must have misheard. Anyways, Rayquaza is just so insane, and it has good stats, and it's high level. So we got the 3-turn Outrage, which is good. Wish Cash can actually be really annoying. So we're fatigued now, and we're gonna deal a little bit of damage to ourselves. Nothing in the world though. We're just gonna extreme speed and kill it this time. One thing I could have done is I could have used Fly on Kingra because I have a plus attack nature, but it's kind of better to just outrage it some of the time. So this is the final gym badge, so all we have left is the Elite Four and a really cool victory road. So these are all the trainers you have to deal with if you fall. It's not fun. So that's why we save, even though like there's like 0 chance of anything going wrong there. Whoops, I always forget. Rayquaza knows Fly, which is actually very helpful. It speeds up menus. Good movement. Alright, so on the next, oh, I don't have a repel activated. When did my repel? Whatever, it's fine, it's fine. Normally we have a repel activated still. So I must have taken a bunch of extra steps at some point. Anyways, so, oh yeah, I didn't, never mind, we're good, I remember. Alright, so on this menu here, we're gonna use that max repel, but then we're also going to teach a couple things. So first of all, we're gonna teach Waterfall to Baguette here. So a bunch of people are probably like, yeah, Waterfall is super good to have on a Rayquaza. It's still a special type, and we're plus attack, but what's really good to have on him, BZ is flying type, is Aerial Ace. So we're actually going to get rid of Extreme Speed, because we're plenty fast, we don't need to have a priority type move, but Aerial Ace will always hit, it's high power, and it's stab, which is really good for us. So we have 2 flying type moves, but we're going to use Aerial Ace basically to clear the E4. And then we're going to use Outrage basically when it's effective for us. Okay. There's more optionals that I could hit, and my wallet's already hurting, so let's try not to hit them. Alright. Whoops, my bad. Alright, so time to use Waterfall, and then the E4, the Victory Road here is actually very cool in my opinion, because we are going to have to do some movement kind of blind, but it's not too hard, and it's pretty. Just any movement on the Mach Bike is very fun after you practice it. So, but first we have to fight Wally here, and one of the things that we can just really see. Just how good Rayquaza is. So we're gonna Aerial Ace here, and then we're gonna Waterfall twice and just Outrage. Like, this is one of the rival fights basically, and look how much we can just beat them down with this Rayquaza. Also, I think this is the only Delcatty we see in the entire run, which I really like Delcatty. Delcatty is a coolly designed Pokemon. I really think, like, I don't understand, like, how Wally got such a uniquely diverse team, because last time we saw him, all he had was his rolls. So we'll end fights with Outrage if we can, because it's a multi-turn move. So basically it's a little bit faster because Outrage will kill, and it speeds up time because we don't have to select the move. So if we can end a fight with Outrage, we will. Oh yeah, Baguette was way too OP. Whoops, my bad. I talked to Wally twice. So we're gonna Outrage here. Alright, and now we're going to be doing some kind of cool movement. Whoops. Left over here. Oh. And then we're going to smash a rock over here. So, one cool thing about this Victory Road is that there's actually multiple paths. Normally, you would think that there's just one path, but as you can kind of see right here, we're going this like top path, and then it cuts around. could have actually gone like across there and then like you go up and around. It's really cool how they designed this Victory Road. It's more of exploration than like a straight puzzle. Whoops. Alright, and now we're going to come over here, and then we're going to have another trainer. And this is why hitting the stat part of the minute is really nice, because we have, we can use Aerial Ace. Does Rayquaza have an ability? So Rayquaza, whoops, I meant to Aerial Ace, but Fly works too, I guess. Rayquaza does have an ability. It's called Pressure. We won't really see it much, but basically it doubles the PP use. So like if the enemy Pokemon has extreme speed and they use it, instead of just using 1, it'll use 2. So now we can Outrage. Yeah, so in Gen 3, Fairy type didn't exist yet. So Dragon types are just still very strong. Before Gen 3, Fairy type did not exist. So Gardevoir, even though it becomes Fairy type later, we can just destroy with our Dragon type moves here. Rayquaza is Dragon and Flying, for anyone who might not know. So, whoops. I always forget about this little patch of land here. Alright, and then we're going to go up, we're going to use Waterfall, and we're going to go around, and then we're going to be kind of near the end of it. There's still a couple more optionals I can hit if I'm feeling generous. Alright, so I need to walk slowly here. So it's this trainer. Alright, so that's basically the last optional I can hit. So that's very sad, but it's also kind of a good thing. Alright, so we're going to Strength right here. And then this game kind of tricks you. They want you to push that rock. But if you push the rock, it'll just block your path. And that is the end of the blind section of this run. And now we're basically at the end. We have one more trainer fight, and then it's the E4. And also the end of the movement that I'm messing up. Airlock, which prevents weather type. Wow, I thought it had pressure. I'm insane, I guess. Thank you, chat, for correcting me in my Gen 3 negligence, I guess. Oh no! Darn it, Pelipper, why? So, Pelipper is being a real troll, but it's fine. If Outrage ever gets blocked, it actually ends it, so you don't have to deal with the fatigue chance. Oh. So this is the end of the movement in the run. Let's end strong and good. Alright, so before we enter the E4, I'm going to deposit all Pokemon. And just because Marathon, we are also going to deposit Rayquaza. We are going to, whoops, take my up input. We are going to withdraw Rayquaza. And then we are going to deposit all Pokemon. No! They must go! They belong here. They are home now. So I will be saving way more than I need to for E4. Basically because of time. I don't want to be as over as I already am. So we have a little bit more, but just in case something weird happens, I'll save. So this was so we're in a part of the one where it's very easy to get by. So everything's basically just gonna die. So overall, this run was very poor. I hope you found some entertaining. We did a lot for charity though, or what, $21 to charity or something because of all the optionals. So like good comes out of it. But this is a really interesting run. It's way more execution heavy, and I do think that it's one of the more fun runs to kind of practice and try to get good at. I did some justice to the movement, but nowhere near as good as like other good runners can do. If you go watch the top runs, Sky Pillar 2, Exarion did perfectly in this PB. Exarion is a really good runner of this game, has done a lot for the category, and he got a perfect Sky Pillar 2 in his PB, which is insane to watch. Like, no bonks, nothing. And then Shiryu out there is just amazing at this game in general. He destroys it. He had the world record before his current world record PB he got, and it's a blast to watch people play this game. Unfortunately, because the world record is so good, there is not too much competition for this game. It's very heavy in the fact of picking it up because there's so much to learn. It's a longer run, and the movement's insane, and the world record is really good. Oh, I think I talked to him twice. My bad. Alright, so we're not going to save for this fight. We're going to save for Glacia just in case, and then we're going to save for Drake. And that's it. And then we're going to fight the final rival. So there's only 4 more fights. Phoebe is pretty easy here. Partially because that AI I talked about, where basically, where am I in my menu? Where basically Pokemon love leading Protect. So does Dusclops, and we're actually going to do something cool. So we're going to fly. In Gen 3, and I'm not too sure about other gens, Protect on fly will trigger, but since it's a 2-turn move, we can still attack the second turn. So it's a cool kind of trick to eat the Protect but still get through it. So now we're going to use Aerial Ace twice, and then we're going to end with Outrage. So that's how a lot of these E4 fights are going. We're getting through the first few Pokemon, and then we just Outrage to end if we can. I'm here for the music. The music in this game is so good. We're going over estimate. Heck yeah, that's 100% true. That Tay and Liza fight was really interesting. The very first one, I didn't know how to handle. Woo! I love Emerald, but it's kind of so sad that we just one-shot E4. Like, this is normally such a hype part of the run. Like, oh, we're going to fight E4. But Rayquaza just trivializes all that. Alright, so, you know what? I'm going to not save. We're going to do it. I just looked at my notes. I remember to have the best attack. I actually can't lose this fight because I only have to X attack once. So I'm being safe. I just don't have to save because I hit the manip with the perfect one. So we're going to X attack here. Normally, like if you get double blizzard, or you can basically die because one can crit you. But I don't have to worry about that because we have the really good Rayquaza. 1 X attack and then Aerial Ace is good enough. So it's a free fight. Big meat strats. Oros is insanely, like, Oros is such a cool run as a speedrun. So if you're looking for a speedrun, it's really cool. It's a little bit harder to get into, in my opinion, just because 3DS capture is a little hard to do. Capture cards aren't really around for them. But there's always Potato Game. Like, if you're fine just setting up a camera and recording the gameplay, that's such a cool run, and there are so many good runners of that too. I really recommend people check out that run too if you like that game, because that remake is just good. I know I already talked about it once, but it's such a fantastic remake, and the run is also really cool. Oh, I also don't have to save for the next fight either. Cool, so we only have one more save. I can't die this next one because I'm full health. If I would have gotten like turn 1 Blizzard, then yeah, I would have to save. But I can't die to the next fight because once again, since we hit them in nip, I get to save an X attack, which means even with a crit, there's no way we can die in 1 turn. Rayquaza is just that good. It's great. So we're going to X attack once, and you guessed it, we're going to aerial ace all the Pokemon down, basically. So we have to deal with this Protect. We have enough aerial aces, it's not a big deal. He's not guaranteed to Protect, otherwise we could do the Fly strat like before, but he's not guaranteed to Protect like the other AI. So we just aerial ace and hope for the best there, but unfortunately he protected us still, so nothing in the world though. And the reason why he's not guaranteed to Protect is because since we're weak to Dragon as a Dragon type, he will equally prioritize the Protect and the Dragon move against us. That aren't fully evolved, exactly. Like, how did you become an E4 member? So now that we're up against the Salamances here, we will Outrage. So Outrage is special. Beast Dragon type is special in this generation. So yeah, we don't have a great special attack, but they're still weak to it, and Rayquaza is insane. So we can still Outrage the last 2 Pokemon here. And we're coming to the end of the run. So all that's left is 1 champion fight. And this is also a really easy fight right now because we hit them in nip and we're full health. I'm still going to save though because this next fight, it's really sad because the final rival here can kill you. He is going to lead a Pokemon with Blizzard, and a normal Blizzard won't kill us, but a Blizzard crit will. So that's like the one thing in this run that, even though we have Rayquaza, we kind of have to be scared of. So it's time to X attack. We're going to use 2 X attacks in total, but we need 1 to kill this Wailord anyways. So we're going to lead with an X attack, and then we are going to do what we do best in aerial ace. So as long as we don't get crit, we're good. And then we're going to heal in a little bit here. So we're going to aerial ace 3 Pokemon, and we're going to go first and kill them. And then we're going to, on a Gyarados, take the time to heal up, use our final X attack so we can sweep the rest of the Pokemon. So 1 more Pokemon, and then we're going to heal up to full. Baguette going strong. Woo! Alright, so here's the heal. And the Intimidate is basically why we are X attacking. We're going to just Hyper Potion because it's the clearest one to us. So this is going to Hyper Beam because it thought it could kill us. During the recharge, we're going to X attack, and now we're strong enough to kill the remaining Pokemon. And at this point, I have to mash A. So basically, I'm going to wrap up the run now as we finish off. So I just want to say thank you so much to the Midwest Speedfest staff for having such a long run. Sorry it didn't go that well. Sorry it's going over estimate. But Gen 3 is a super interesting run, but it is really long. Even in a really really good runner's hands, a lot can go wrong. So the fact that you guys let RPG runs in like Pokemon is really cool. So thank you, and shout outs to everyone who's donated, helping us get past 3,000. Let's keep it going. There's a lot of good runs left, so please check it out. And shout outs to the Pokemon speedrunning community. I've been in it for only a year and a half plus some, and it's been great. I really love all the runs I've learned. It's a really fun community to be a part of, and I feel like RPG speedrunning is kind of underrepresented across the board, and Pokemon speedrunning is really easy to get into. So I'll shout it out again. I mentioned before there's a Pokemon Red tournament that is starting next month. Yeah, there's a prize pool. It's going to be really cool. There's a ton of runners already signed up, and Red is a really easy game to start with. So if you've ever been interested in Pokemon speedrunning, this is basically the best time to try it out. We have a Discord. I recommend joining it, meeting all the cool people, and basically just thank you guys again for this run. I hope the movement was kind of fun. I hope the commentary was good. And, let's just end it with Baguette. Beloved Baguette. Oh, and Gino for Smash Bros. Please, Nintendo. Because, unfortunately, we're not going to see it here. And time. Fun run, fun game, great marathon, great people. Let's keep it going, guys. I know we're at the end, but there's a lot of hype left. Once again, thank you guys. My name is SudoTrainer, and I'm out of here. Peace.
All right, thank you very much for that run, SudoTrainer. Everyone stay tuned. We're about to have Soft Body played by V Input Output, so stay tuned.